Okay, so from everything I have typed up, I can either email it to you, upload it that way. It's just Word documents of some like very key important factors, dates, things like that, which I will obviously be adding to. But some of the main things that we really need to get our hands on, or try to get our hands on, is the 911 call that was made by Kara. The police report of her calling in missing persons and the actual paper. And then I want all three online reports.
Hey, stay dangerous. Hi, boo. I'm so exhausted, y'all. I was about to like change the time. I've been up since like 3 o'clock in the morning. So. But got a lot of stuff to do. All right, just giving me a few minutes, please. Just can't see with my glasses on. Oh, wait, I'm waiting for one of my subs to come up here with me. Okay. Hey. Eh. Good morning, Miss Evans. I'm trying to clean my glasses so I can see y'all because, I'm trying. The sister's like, can't see right. I've been home for a minute now. Shit. I got home I wait for my cab at 6. I got home real quick. There she go. There go my girl. All right, so I'm gonna put this for her. Give her a chance to come up.
Can you
Hey.
hear me now?
Yes.
Hi. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, beautiful. I didn't
Thank you,
start yet.
sweetie. Oh,
I
okay. I'm just testing.
was. I'm so exhausted, yo. Let me tell you, I
I
was.
know you got a lot.
Yes, you know that we've been. Oh, since the last live last night, we've been
Mhm.
like going back and talking about different things with Jelani, and then it's
Mhm.
just a lot. And this morning, and it's like
Yep.
I'm
You know
drained.
the girl that's in the picture with them at the restaurant at the back?
Wait, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to all that
Okay.
stuff.
Okay,
Look, she
good.
gonna dive in, y'all. She gonna get me hyper because I was all like, she
Yep, yep, yep.
she gonna get me amped up, y'all. So welcome, Brooklyn Squad. It's your girl Jay, and I'm back at it again with another video. So if you new, welcome. Take it in. Try not to be judgmental. Um, Go get your little tea, your drink. I don't know what y'all do around this time in the morning, but I got my water. I had my yoga for breakfast already.
Oh, okay, girl.
Yeah. And if you've been here for a while with your girl, you already know what to expect. Okay. A lot of things on here will be allegedly, and that is in the description box also. There's a lot of things that Miss V taught me that I put into my little description box. Um, so when we got off the live yesterday, right? D right here, who's been with me for a little while now, um, we talked on the phone. We FaceTime and we just talked about Jelani the whole time.
Yes.
And we know yesterday it was very hard for Miss V. Shout out to Miss V. Shout out to Dangerous in the building. Shout out to Katie. She's a new Brooklyn Squad member of mine. Shout out to her. She's actually working with me with Jelani Day now, y'all. And she has been working with Denise 6 months now into Aaliyah. Something happened between that time that she stopped for a few, but she's back again. So I was like, so she did so good with Aaliyah. I was like, girl, you got to jump on this Jelani. And yesterday, I just sent her some of the stuff, and she's already gotten busy. I think that was her just emailing me a whole bunch of things. So, well, me and Dee was talking yesterday, and D has a lot of things also. So I'm like, oh my goodness, you'd be surprised when your peoples is in the audience chilling, listening to you, subscribe to you, and their heart is in the case as well. And they start to look at things and they be like, something ain't right here. They start to take screenshots, they start to take pictures. And once they start to sit in your live and view you, they see how real you are and how loyal you are with the case. They start to get comfortable. You guys start to talk now on the phone. Then you start to get more comfortable and you start to FaceTime. And to me, that's deep. That's a relationship right there. Because not everybody do that. You know what I'm
Yep,
saying?
that's true.
So I wanna see what you. Oh wait, so we're talking about Jelani. We're talking about Ashley Skeeter. Okay. We're talking about Kara Booster today. Okay. We are talking about the Jelani case, but we're also talking about a little baby who was disappeared at 10 months old. Now, if you watch my interview, I think it was last week, a young lady came on here and she talked about her sister went missing for 2 years in Florida. She dropped off her boyfriend at his friend's house, and that was the last place she was seen. Her car was running, door open, cell phone on the floor, and she was gone. Police, of course, don't give a damn. She was half black. The boyfriend that she was with, and I think I probably remember this. She said he was basically prejudiced against black. He didn't even believe her when she told him, "Listen, I got the black side of me too." Until somebody passed away in her family, and he started seeing pictures of the black side, and he got real nasty. And she has been missing. Well, when she was telling us that, if you notice, she also said, "My sister's not the only one that's missing. I have 3 other family members in my family that's been missing." And that blew my head like the exorcist. Like it went, whoa, wait a minute, hold up. What? Because I've heard of, yes, my cousin been missing, this person been missing. You usually hear one person been missing. But when she said 3 of her family members are missing, I couldn't stop thinking about that. So I messaged her today and I said, I need those family members' names because it needs to go out there because I had never heard about this. So I looked up one of the names out of the other two I still got to look up, but it happened to be one of the names is, give me 1 second. She is 10-month-old, y'all. She was 10-month-old at that time. Taniyah Monique Leonard. And you can find it on the Chelsea Project, actually. It's the whole thing. I'm going to read it to you guys later. But yeah, she was 10-month-old. She's missing. She should be 12 years old now. She was last seen with, yeah, it's a while now, right?
Yeah, that's a shame.
It is. She was last seen with the mother dropped her off at her boyfriend's house. And I'm going to stop right there. And we're going to get back into that. But let's talk about Jelani.
Yes.
Miss D. Hey, Tracy. Good morning, babe. Good morning. I need your email quick if you don't mind so I can forward the info. Oh, okay, okay. Go ahead, Miss D. Miss D got some things she want to say. And I'm going to give you the floor. It's all yours, boo.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm here in Illinois. I live 2 hours away from where Jelani and them live. And my heart is broken for his mom and family. I really feel hurt for them and for the lack of anyone really helping. I really, I know Black Lives Matter was in on it at the first start. I think they need to come back and do like they did George Floyd so they can get more and more recognition so she can find some answers on who killed her baby. I am a mother of 4. I have 2 girls and 2 boys, and they're adult children, and I will feel the same. And I think the ball has been dropped real hard on helping her, and that, there's a lot of people out there that knows what's going on. Allegedly, maybe the police involved because they put a halt on it. And when it's something that's police involved, they're going to do a lot of cover up. Allegedly. Let me say that because I don't want nobody to try to sue me. I ain't got nothing for you. So anyway, my thing is the first start, when everything started, it was started through the professor calling his mom. Now, how did she know he was missing? Because mind you, he just started there, on the 24th. He had class the 24th, 25th. He went missing on the 25th. So I would like to know how, normally when you're a university student, you do meet and greets. How did he end up in the restaurant with them? Did they do a meet and greet in July? They met with each other, set up a date where they all go to the restaurant. How did he come about to know all these people within that little length of time? And the second part is after she called his mom, she told his mom, it was an article there saying that she told his mom that I know some police that's higher ups. I will call them. So to say you know all that, how do you know all that? Unless you allegedly was involved in all that. And a lot of stuff been scrubbed off of the university page. When it first started, I went into the Ashlyn Skeeter and I saw she was on the dean's list. I had screenshotted it from way back. And now when I went back on it, it's not allowing me to get on the page anymore. It's saying it's not available. So a lot of stuff is not right. And I think a lot of Black people need to come out and help his mom so she can get some justice for her son and get some closure, because I know it has to be eating her up and the family. They putting their game face on. I don't know if I can do that. I would probably not shot the whole Peru and Bloomington up for my babies. I'm sorry. That's how I am as a mother. I love my kids. And I know everybody loves their kids, but when other people do harm to other people's kids, I'm telling you, it wouldn't look pretty on my end. It would not look pretty, because I will go mad in Peru and Bloomington and any other county down there. It'll be the fool. That's just how I feel.
This is Ashley Skeeter's dean list. So she was top of the class, huh?
And she was a year ahead of Jelani. You're probably going to have to show it better, bigger than that, so they can see it.
Yeah. Let me see. Right there?
Yeah, a little bit more.
A little more?
Yeah, so they can see that it is the ISU page.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Ashley Skeeter, Illinois Science.
There she is right there.
Interesting.
And she lives in, I forgot what county she lives in. She's not far.
Interesting. And then when you went back to see if she's on the dean list, can you tell us what happened?
Gone. It's gone. There's nothing there. The page has been taken down.
Yep. I didn't know. That's interesting, boy, I tell you.
Yeah, when you're covering up, it's going to be interesting. When you're covering up a lot of stuff. And then when they say they found his car. You found his car. That is Parks and Recreations. How did he enter into that area? Because usually they have almost like a gate there and locked and do not enter. They found a walkie-talkie by his vehicle. So is it the Parks and Recreations walkie-talkie? Is it from the university walkie-talkie? Which way did he enter in? Because not far from there, that entrance is the YMCA in Peru. It's across there. I don't know how. I guess you have to exit out and cross across the street. So I would like to know how he entered in there with nobody seeing him. They do have people that surveillance the grounds in that area, because every park and recreations in Illinois, you got somebody who's overseeing the park and making sure ain't nothing going on in there. So I would like to know, what did you come across? Somebody had to put that car in there. How would he have driven it up into there? What was the entrances in there? All that stuff need to be talked about. You found his body onto a tree limb hanging, but his clothes is on another bank. Okay, how did that stuff get there? It didn't miraculously get there by itself. Somebody had to scatter his stuff there. But what they're trying to do is make like he committed suicide. No, he didn't commit suicide. That's what they do when it comes to brown and black people. They want to say, oh, they killed themselves. That man had all the reason to live. He had a wonderful family. that loved him, very intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
You got everything there for yourself. And there's no way, no how anybody could make me think this young man killed himself. They can say whatever they want to say, but I'm not believing none of that mess. And I really wanted to go to that white party, but the tickets were sold out. The more people that's down there to represent Jelani would be good. I wish they can open it up and give more tickets out, or I don't know if I don't want to just show up down there and just standing outside, because I don't need no confrontation with no police. I'm at my age. I don't need to have any problems. Ain't never been in any trouble. Don't want no trouble, but if trouble come to me, it's going to be some smoke in the city, as Bernie Mac said. For sure, for sure.
Can you
And
tell us? Can you tell us a little bit about how? Remember we was talking yesterday, and you were saying how they do the meet and greet and stuff like that before you get to know everybody in your new college. Can you just tell us a little bit about
right,
that?
it's most universities, when a student is new to the university, they'll have students from all over who register for the university, no matter what their majors are. So you're going to see a bunch of people, students coming for, meeting everybody. They'll put badges on you. They'll give you little bags of stuff. They'll feed you and everything. So I would like to know, at what point in time did he meet with these people? Was it in July? Because there's no way you're going to show up for the first day of a university not to be heard from again. You had to have met them in July. Maybe some of them went to Danville High School where he went. I don't know. But I have been to Northwestern University meet and greet. I've been to University of Chicago meet and greet. So they take you all around the university, show you the dorms, this and that. If it's off campus, I don't know how they go about showing you that, because everything was on campus, that what we saw as far as the dorms and everything. They show videotapes of how the university life is going to be for you. And they have other students who are moving on explain to you different things on what they experienced when they were in the university. So I would like to know how they came about to meeting with him to come to their restaurant with him, or him joining them at the restaurant, a bunch of females, because I didn't see any other males that was there but him.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Because I didn't even know that. Like, how does that work on the meet and greet? I didn't know they do things like that until she
Yeah,
told me yesterday. Because Ms. V made a good point, and she was saying that for him to be at that school such a short time, like
right.
how did he get to meet everybody? I was like, damn, that's a good question. And then me and you talked after that, and you said, well, they
Mm-hmm.
get to do a meet and greet and stuff like that. And then we have to be mindful that his brother also said Jelani had no friends. Those were his brother's friends. His brother
Right.
introduced him to everybody. You know,
Mm-hmm.
would love to know what kind of friends they were, because they sure don't want to come forward and say anything about Jelani. The only person who said anything about Jelani was Paul. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Jelani was a good friend and stuff like that. So it's like, wow, that's a little weird. Um, I was listening to another YouTuber today, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching Carol Booster's video of the interview.
Oh,
And,
girl.
yeah. Oof. And what made sense is that, the girl was saying, like, all right, well, she says she called Jelani, right?
Right.
When she thought he didn't show up for class or for her so-called favor or appointment or whatever she had to do,
Mm-hmm.
but his phone was on at that
Mm-hmm.
time that she called him. So was he just ignoring her call?
Probably was ignoring her call.
Because his phone pinged off at what time again?
I don't know if it was 9.
Yeah, it
Was
was
that
around,
when he was at the dispensary?
right. It was around 9 something. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out what time did she blow up his phone when she thought that he didn't come to the college. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because we know she texted him that night,
The night before, yeah.
the night before. And she didn't even know that she so-called said she so-called claimed she didn't know he was at the college that day, that morning, because when I looked on the thing, it said their appointment was at 1:30. He was
Yeah,
there.
he was supposed to have an appointment with I think it had a patient, she said.
Right, right. And then he had to see her, but he was there like really early at 7 something. So as
But
she, go ahead.
but my thing is that an old picture of him or that is a recent picture?
Right. I
Because you
want
know they have a habit of they can Photoshop stuff, they can do all types of stuff. On that campus where he was at, he was in the inside of where that Starbucks was at. If you notice, if you look at the picture with him with the blue shirt on, and it looked like something was up under his feet. And you look inside there, you could see the Starbucks. So he was walking through the halls of there. So I'm just not understanding what she was talking about because it didn't make no sense.
it didn't look like Jelani anyway with the blue shirt. When I first seen it, I was like, that's not even Jelani. He's way darker,
Right. He looks
way
really dark
skinnier.
on there. I don't know if he got a tan or whatever, but
Right.
he looks very dark.
Right. Way skinnier. I mean, Jelani
Hmm.
is slim, but he got a little built to him. You know what I mean? Like a
Yep.
little, it's a to me, that's just my opinion. It just don't look like Jelani. But his mother said that was him.
I don't know if they stopped reporting anything because maybe they allegedly may have someone, but I feel that Ben Crump needs to step back up. I think a lot of people need to amp up their game and get down there to help Miss Day out because this is ridiculous. Really, it is.
I think
Hey,
Ben,
Stay Dangerous.
I think she need a new lawyer. I say F Ben Crump. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. Okay, he is about the money. I've seen other cases where listen. She needs some advocates.
Yeah, and
She
we
need,
all need to be down there advocating for her because this is not fair. As
yeah.
a parent or as anybody, it's not fair.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Stay Dangerous.
Hey, how's everybody? How y'all doing?
All right, how about yourself?
He's hot
I'm
as
here
hell.
for more support. How you doing? I
All
heard your
right,
story, Miss Lee. How you doing?
thank
You know what
you,
I'm saying?
thank you. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It hurts. It's hurtful that
Mm-hmm.
a lot of Black and brown people have to go through this and to be treated unfairly 800 years later. It's still the same thing happening.
Yeah.
And a lot of awareness need to be on this. We all need to be down there supporting her. I mean, coming from everywhere. For George Floyd, people was coming from all over.
Yeah. That's true.
And I
And he
think
was
that's the
actually,
support that she need to get this amped up and get them off their ASSs to give her some help and finding out who hurt her son.
well, see, the thing is, by
Mm-hmm.
now, common sense will tell us that they already know these. See, the questions
Yeah, I
that we
know.
want to know, they already
Mm-hmm.
know. Because, see, the people who done this had people in their family that was strong enough to get this done to where it can be blind, so it can throw us off. You know, and,
Yep.
and the thing is, the proof is in the pudding. Beyond
True.
Hello needs to be further investigated. Hello Beyond Hello dispensary. That dispensary needs to be further investigated because they didn't give us the one thing that we asked them, and that was Jelani getting in his vehicle, driving off to give us
But they're
the
not going to
further
do that.
comfort. And the thing is, I was watching the video last night. It's crazy. I
Mm-hmm.
woke up and Miss Brooklyn is talking about Jelani. I watched
Mm-hmm.
the video last night, and his phone was thrown out of his car onto the side of the highway at 9:21 that morning. Common sense will
Mm-hmm.
tell you whatever happened at that dispensary caused his phone to be thrown out that door. We need
True.
information. We need justice for this man. And I don't give a damn
Yep.
how long go on. I'm still gonna talk about it. And I don't care who say, he's still talking about this. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Nothing never happened. We need more than proof. We need justice. We need everybody to understand that these people that did this is still at bay. They still free.
They live in their life.
So just as long as they think that we gonna shut up, no, because y'all still free that done this to them. Yep. And y'all some ridiculous people. Y'all some disgusting people to do this to a young man that did not deserve it.
Thank you.
You could have just beat him up and sent him on his way, or whatever it is that he did. Was it detrimental to this man's life? And then not only that, like I always say, I think about the big picture. The big picture in this is, for me, is his dad died. And Jelani could have saved his life. Jelani could have donated bone marrow and saved his dad's life. So that's 2 lives on this killer that did this to him. So we want justice. We're not gonna stop till we get it. And I don't give a damn who like. I'm going to continue to talk about Jelani just like it happened yesterday. Because if we lose sight of Jelani, we lose sight of us. Yeah. It's like telling them they can do whatever they want to us and get away with it.
That's true. But you know, by that being by that dispensary, that's a federal government place. They're not going to give out any information.
That's why I say that maybe the person or persons that this need to reach, it hasn't gotten to. But the reason why I say that, we got to keep awareness on it and to keep a spotlight on Jelani's name, because maybe that one person that hears this story will say, you know what? I saw something that day and it didn't sit well with me. And now that I'm hearing this, you know, I can come back to odds with what I saw that day. And that's the reason why we as creators, it's very important to us to remain journalists throughout our creatorship. So if we bring something on our channel, it's always a bigger picture instilled in it. When you come to my channel, I always have a bigger picture on mine. It's not for views. It's not for likes. It's not for that. I want to reach as many people as I possibly can with these subjects that we bring, because somebody that has a smart enough mind that we are reaching might say, hey, I saw that day. You know what? All it takes is one person to solve this crime.
Yeah.
And that's a solid person. We need solid people, real people that's not afraid to account of say what they saw, even if they saw a police officer put him in handcuffs and bring him out somewhere and we never saw him again.
Right.
And see, that's what I'm thinking. But like she said, it's gonna be a lot of alleged stuff on this show because y'all give us no other you give us no other choice or no other option but to think what we want to. Because we automatically as humans think what we want to. We think, man, we try to think what our brain capacity tell us that possibly could have happened to him. So we start to think of all the theories and all the things. And I'm gonna tell you this, it's somebody in this world that has the right theory. And we've said it.
Yep.
And now that we've said it, we can't lose sight of, man, we can't of what we're doing. We can't lose sight of the reason why we started shouting out Jelani Day's name and bringing attention to his mother, bringing attention to the people who brought attention to this. They say the first one smelt it, dealt it. So I believe Kara Boyster allegedly knows more than what she's saying. And then that look on her face in that picture. See, I screenshotted how she looked in that video and then how she looked on a normal day. And I can take 10 screenshots of how she looked on a normal day or 10 pictures and put it next to the picture of her describing what she was describing to that person that she was getting interviewed by. First of all, what even sparked her to even do an interview? And Jelani hadn't even been found yet. He was still missing. So that let me know right there, why would she do an interview about a young man that just went missing and they still looking for him? What if he decided to go find himself and he just took off for a couple of days?
Right. Yeah,
so how did y'all know he didn't do that? Y'all brought red flags to something that wasn't even red flag yet. And then when we point the finger at your bitch ass, you want to say, excuse me, because the words can come out of me when we talking about Jelani. But when we point fingers at the people who sparked this and brought it to our attention, now we the wrong ones. Now the cops all on here ask us to have empathy and sympathy for people on the internet. Man, stop it, Mr. Policeman. The police, they're not our friends. They're here to protect and serve. And they don't do that. They're here to protect and serve. And some of these cops don't do that. They rather hurt us instead and try to play like their badges they honor. You know what I'm saying? You know, how many cops have we seen shoot our people down in the streets and leave them dead
and put
for our families to see?
A lot.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot.
So why would we start to care what these people do? Man, no, so I feel like if you don't care about Jelani, you don't care about yourself if you black.
Thank you.
Because it's like telling these crackers and these people that did this shit to him, hey, it's cool to do it to him. It's cool. It's cool.
That's what they
find another black man and another black woman to do it to again. Because you know what? We didn't care about Jelani. Just do it again. Do it as many times as you want. Emmett Till. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Emmett Till. They feel like we didn't care. This white woman still walking around. She's still walking around. Wow. You hear me? She's still walking around free. Just because everybody that did this to him is dead in this situation. The people, the person who caused it is still walking around like with her freedom. But if that would have been one of us, this skin tone, our skin is our sin. If there would have been one of us, we would have been up under a jailhouse for multiple years. Look at R. Kelly. They gave that man 30 motherfucking years. 30 years. 30 years. Come on, man. I don't care what he did. 30 years. It's people that literally raped somebody. Excuse my friend. It's people that literally took the cookies and didn't even get that much time. It's dudes that's really that's killed people. Boom, manslaughter. Give him 10 years. Yep. Wow. But you give R 30 years for this? But what about the parents?
Yeah, you know the parents got a role in what they played in it. The parents they need to get time too.
You know what I'm saying?
They need to get time. The parents need to get time too, because you took your child to him, and he cannot be a mentor to nobody if his sister had allegedly molested him. There's nobody going to mentor my kids, but if I got my son that's older and he's going to mentor my grandbaby, okay, that's my son mentoring them. I'm not going to let nobody else mentor my child. So the parents they need to be arrested too.
Of course. Yeah. You know that I agree, because some of the parents coach their kids on what to do
it was all about
and what
money.
not to do around R. Kelly. And you know, so not just taking it off of the subject, but I'm saying is if we allow them to constantly get away with the thing, and I ain't saying that we have to do criminal activities or start hating people or just none of that. I'm just saying, like,
just be a positive
to stand up with one another. If they see us standing up with one another and they see 2-3 million people standing up with one another, it's gonna be hard for them to get away with doing something to one of them.
True.
Do it make sense? It's power in numbers. And I don't know why people don't understand that through subscription. We only try to get subscribers because it's power in numbers. And the more that you allow us to build in our numbers, the more power that you give us as content creators and journalists and black activists and people that the work that we do it to reach the masses. I don't want to just reach 1,000 people or 2,000 people. I want to reach 2-3 million people. But at the end of the day, I know once I do that, then I'll be a target. But I'm already a target anyway, because I just told you in the beginning of this rhyme, my skin is my sin. So I'm already a target. So why would I care? Why would I want to hide my face? Oh, just be like this here. No, I'm going to stand up guy. So I'm going to put my face on wax. I'm going to make it to where you can see me. You know what I'm saying? I want you to see me because I want you to hear me and I want you to feel me and I want you to see every part of my energy and my being. And I understand that I don't do this shit for nothing. I ain't just no YouTuber. So if you approach me like I'm one, you're going to find out that I'm not. You see, as I moved yesterday on your live, every time I go somewhere with me, I got security with me that will pop you. They don't have backgrounds, partner. They don't have felonies. We surgical with this shit. You know what I'm saying? You play with me, I will slap all the taste buds out your mouth if you think I'm one of them. Jelani got me on swivel. Everything that happened to him got me on well-being. I wouldn't start working out more. Because at the end of the day, you have to be prepared mentally, physically, spiritually for anything that comes ready for you in this world. Because the people that are not prepared are the people that think when they watch the news, the shit can't happen to them. You know what I'm saying?
It can happen. It can.
Come on, man. Ain't nobody
But my
exempt from
thing
nothing.
is with that Hello and Beyond, they didn't show the full lobby, because when you walk into one of those dispensaries, trust and believe, it's not going to be a regular ass security guard. It's going to be either a sheriff or a policeman that's working for the federal government, because that's a Fed place.
You know,
they ain't letting you come up in there just the average Joe just walking in there, and there's going to be security there.
Absolutely. And you know, I had an interview with all of the security that was in there. As a matter of fact, I interviewed Brandon Monaco, Noah Nelson, Mike, aka Viper, and see one thing throughout my whole interview. If I could take one thing from my whole interview that I did with them, and it was a couple hours, but if I could take one thing that I did with them, it would be when somebody's name was mentioned, Mike. When Mike's name was mentioned, he then went to the comment section and said, "Why did you say my real name?" See, niggas do that shit. Niggas do that shit. You hear me?
Wow, you blow me
I'm
up.
a real nigga. So I'm gonna tell you some real shit. When we do that, it's because we have something to hide. And those people were invested into Jelani Day's case, because 3 white guys are not gonna come to a black man's show to talk about no one nigga. Sorry. And I didn't even have 50,000 subscribers. I didn't even have 100. I don't even have close to that. So why would you come to me? Because my energy brought your ass to me, just like I'm doing now. Yeah. See, energy is the most strongest thing in this world that you can not lie. Energy will not tell you a lie. Just like karma. If you ever go around somebody and God is whooping their ass, guess what you do? You get away from them, because you do not want to be a part of the karma that they have coming to them. Sometimes people chill with other people and you get the backlash of somebody else's car just because you in that car with them. Whatever happened to that car wasn't even for you, but you got in the car with them on the wrong day when they got their karma coming to them. You know, and I'm so frustrated because I think they think that we're stupid. Some people will play on your intellect. That's why I don't have guests on my show. If you can't show me who you are, none of that, like I'm just not with it. Because at the end of the day, you can be telling me who you are, playing a whole different game with me, and I'm not the game. I'm a psychiatrist to myself. You know, I got an MBA in this shit. Like, you know, you can't make this up. Like, I'm mental, and I thrive off of energy. And the energy that those guys gave me, it told me that something happened in that dispensary.
I agree.
And if you saying what you saying, Miss D, it makes sense. Some of these places do have police officer on detail, depending on how much traffic they have on a day-to-day basis and how many situations that they've had. Say I own a business, and my business didn't start off with security, but then I run into some problems, and I gotta up my security. And I say this to my people all the time on my show, and my sister right here to my left, no, I'm not lying. Miss Brooklyn, no. I tell you, I stay up on security. You always gotta have them extra eyes watching your back. And that's what my guys be with me for. They be with me for run up on me and think you finna catch me off guard. You're gonna get your head broke. I'm telling you right now, like, we not playing them games. And I don't promote violence. I'm letting you know, I never promote violence. I promote protecting yourself, protecting your energy, and I also promote this little thing called self-defense. You know what I'm saying? It's a thing called self-defense. If you put your hands on me or you put yourself in an area close enough to me, it's assault. And even if you spit on me, it's assault. See, some people don't know their rights. So me, I'm a self-defense person. Sir, it was self-defense, and we have it on camera. And, you know, at the end of the day, my security had to beat up people before it shows and stuff like that. But it's just me letting them know I'll flex on you in a second. I'm not just a YouTuber. I'm not just a human. I'm a man first. And if you disrespect my man in me, then my guy's gonna have to show you what it is. I ain't gonna have to flex. No, they get paid to flex on your ass. You know what I'm saying? And they will. You know what I'm saying? And all my guys certified. And they got their little card that the police need to ask for to show them with their gun. Oh yeah, here you go, sir. Yeah, we keep them. Oh, here, it's right here. Yeah. Play with us if you want. You know what I'm saying? And I make sure, and I'm not bragging about it, but I'm just letting y'all know, protect your essence. Protect your energy. Protect your family. You run up in here, you won't run out of here. They might roll your ass out of here on a stretcher, but you won't run out of here if you run in here. I promise you that. Run in here, because you won't run out of here. You might roll up out of here with a toe tag on your fucking body. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry for cussing Miss Brooklyn, but you know what?
No, don't.
When y'all talking about Jelani, I have
emotional.
I don't know. I can't even explain it. I'm not even talking right now. I don't have a script in front of me and I'm reading from it. I'm speaking from my mind and my heart, and I'm coming from a space where some people need to understand how we really feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they'll treat us like a YouTube. Oh, they just want YouTube. They just want numbers. They just want likes. They just, man, damn all that. If I can reach you and get you to have an understanding of what we going through as humans, then I got one. Then I'm on to the next.
You don't never have to apologize on this channel. Never do that. You have a right. You have a voice, and that's one thing about here. We all have a voice. So you speak,
and that's what I be trying. That's what I promote on my show as well. But it's a respect factor because this is your channel. So I get that, but when it comes, and I love you. You're my sister, so I just have to give you that common respect in front of our people because I don't never talk. I talk how God allowed me to talk.
Right.
So any energy that I have and anything that I say is Him speaking through me. And I honestly believe in spirits, and I feel that Jelani's spirit is just lingering because he has no understanding as to what's going on.
There's no closure.
Look what happened to him.
Right.
Look what happened to him. Look what happened to his dad. Look at the pain his mother and his family has to go through. Look how much that woman has to endure. And I just wanted her to know that she's not enduring that pain alone. That you really have real, genuine people that don't have to know you, touch you, smell you, see you to feel what you're going through. Because it's always somebody going through something. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to understand it for what it is, man. I got a heart. So when I do shows, it be based off of the heart and me saying, hey, this could be one of our family members. This could be one of us that's on this panel. And how would you want somebody to feel if it happened to you? You need to know that there's real people in this world that really care and really care about your best interest and your well-being.
Yes.
That's why I say you don't never have to apologize because we know where you're coming from. Stay dangerous. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It makes me mad because I know it's people out there that don't mean us well. When we do this type of stuff, I know it's people that don't mean us well. And like I tell people, like I was able to bring my work home. So when I'm able to be at home more, I brought my work home. Workstation. You know what I'm saying? Workstation. I got the shirt press right here. The shirt press right here. The Canon printer right here. I got the Cricut maker right here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, behind the bar. Because he over there saying, ow. Oh, he got even the water fountain in the corner. I see that. Stay dangerous. Got the water fountain in the corner too. Shit.
Do anybody want to expound on him at the meet and greet? If they even know about a meet and greet?
Then look, my room.
Do anybody want to say anything about a meet and greet?
You got to repeat that one more time because I was talking. I'm sorry, baby. Go ahead.
That's okay. Do anybody want to say anything or put any questions in the chat about the meet and greet on how university students meet up with people to introduce themselves?
If y'all want, y'all could put the question up because she would know about stuff like that. But I want to ask y'all a few things because another young lady that I had, and I see y'all in the chat, I'm so sorry. Hey, Shell Nation, behind the bar 2.0 is in the building. What's up, purple and gold, baby? Where you been at, sis? Hey, Shay. We got Miss B in the building as well. I see y'all. There's another young lady, Kate, that's also involved now. Helping with Jelani. Big shout out to her. The girl is good. A few things I want to ask. All right, she says September 4th, 2021 at 9:47 a.m. His body was found in the river in Peru, right? Number one, who found his body at the river? And was his body above or underneath the water? And the reason she said is because 10 days between body being found and when the report of him missing was made, a weighing body floats to the surface after 3 to 4 days in warm, shallow water. Decompose it works quickly, surfing corpse in 2 to 3 days. The color of the water, the slower it takes to decay. It takes 1 or 2 weeks for bones to sink in the seabed, and after dismembering of the corpse, try drowning takes less than an hour. But secondary drowning, which is rare, can take up to 48 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Yeah, she went and did her research. The girl don't play. I told you. I got
Mm-hmm.
I got her helper for a reason. Because when she asked me that, I was like, I didn't know what to. I didn't know what to say.
Oh,
Damn.
can I ask the people in the chat a question, please? I'm gonna have to get off of here and get back on because every time I come in through my phone, it started picking up the sound through the headset. So I'm having to put it to my ear to hear what's going on. But I just want to ask people in the chat a question. When y'all saw the video of Jelani Day walking out of the dispensary, did y'all hear a dog barking throughout the truck or the vehicle that was sounding loud approaching? Because if y'all look at the dispensary and y'all look how far off from the street the dispensary is, that vehicle that was approaching couldn't have been on the street passing by with that longevity like that. It had to be coming within the parking lot.
That's
And
what I
then when the
thought.
mother said, when they found Jelani's car in that wooded area, when she got down there, she said as they pulled the car out, she saw blood on the trunk of the car.
Yeah.
And that was her last video. I'm looking for that video, so I've been searching extensively. I was supposed to go live the other day, and I didn't because I couldn't find all of the stuff. And also, I've been tired, y'all. I've been doing a lot. I've been really exhausted. So when you said that this morning, that's what made me come on when you said you was exhausted. And I was going to just tell you, sis, you have to get that rest. You know, I had to yesterday and the day before that. I've been like literally sleeping for 2 days. This heat out here is so bad, and I've been having to get out in it for the last couple of days. And then when I get home, it's like I'm drained. Yeah. So I wasn't able. I was asleep doing the live. I set up yesterday for 6 o'clock, and then I wasn't even able to get my information because the downloading site that we you see how the devil operate whenever you're trying to do something good. Mm-hmm. But the downloading site that I download my YouTube videos through, they shut down Y2Make. So shout out to the people that made Y2Make. I wish somebody else pull up another site for the YouTubers and the content creators. I only use Y2Make for so many years, so I'm set in my ways. But they shut down the site and stop allowing Y2Make to allow us to download videos. So now you have to go in through YouTube and you have to buy that service to be able to download the YouTube instead of doing it for free, which I don't complain about because as content creators, we have to pay for a lot. And I think a lot of people don't realize this site that we're on, shout out to StreamYard, this is a paid for a site. I pay $25 to $39 a month for my services through there. So when we ask for things like Cash App, we don't be trying to be funny. You know, we just ask for the support of our people that actually love our content because we put stuff together and it takes us time. We have to go through other sites to be able to be on the screen like we is now. This is not YouTube. This is StreamYard. So we have to go in through StreamYard to connect it to YouTube. Exactly. So when we do these type of things, it takes money. And anybody know from being hustlers and working individuals, it takes money to make money. Like right now, if somebody get a job right now, they might say, hey, you got to wear pink scrubs or you got to wear black pants, black shoes, black shirt. And you got to go take money, even though you just got a job to make money. You still got to go take money to buy these things that you need to go to work. Mm-hmm. So, you know, a lot of times when content creators ask for donations and things of that nature or support, it be so we can get those type of things that we need. But yeah, I appreciate all of y'all for being here today. And like I said, I just had to come on today and just tell you, sis, get your rest, man. When you say you've been up since like 3 a.m, that takes a toll on your body. And then the older we get, the more toll it takes. So, you know, and that's why I'm promoting Health is Wealth podcast. And I stopped really just talking about it because we're preparing the other members of the show because not everybody can go in through StreamYard. So it has to be some things that we have to do as content creators, and we have to set it up so people can come in through our sites. And so I wasn't able to set it up on Health is Wealth podcast correctly. It kept giving us problems every computer that we tried to do it on. So I had to put it on pause so we can get it correct, because I know it's going to be great, because the devil keep putting his 2 cents in. Anytime the devil come visit me, he's telling me right then and there that my situation is going to be great. So that's why I dig in and I work so hard and I do the things that I do diligently, because I know that it's going to pay off later, because the devil started visiting me early. If he don't come, then I might say, you know what, let me pull my money out of this, because the devil didn't come visit me. It's almost like he wanted me to put my money in this. So let me pull my money out, because sometimes you have to talk to God before you do anything.
That's right.
If you're going to subscribe to somebody's channel, if you're going to give somebody a couple of dollars to go eat, if you want to pay somebody light bill, if you got it and they lights off, you got to ask God, because them might have been the type of people that had the money to go pay their light bill and God blessed them with it, but they chose to go party and go to the club with it. And then you kind of trying to come in and helping them, and you're not really helping them. You've been a crutch to somebody that's just freaking sorry. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that I can say, because I'm so mindful of the things that's going on around me. I feel the energy of others, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when I come to the platform to support, it is to support, because not only am I a content creator, or not only am I the president of Stay Dangerous Show, I am a client as well. I go watch my own videos. To see if I like them. And really right now, to be honest, I want to delete every last video I got to start over, because I'm a fresh type of person, because I feel that the mistakes that I made then, I won't make them again, because I made a lot of mistakes as a man, as a content creator, as a person, but I acknowledge those mistakes and I move on and I grow from it. You know what I'm saying? And I ask God every single day to allow me to prosper as a young man, because when I get to be an old man, it won't just be rich being my status. Wealthy will be my status. You know what I'm saying? And I bring those things into existence through manifestation of words. Every time I say I'm gonna be a great man, I'm already a great man. So it's just allowing me to be even greater. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good family man. I'm a good father. I maintain. I'm a hustler. I'm not a broke cat. You know what I'm saying? I bring it in, and I take care of the house. I make sure that my house take care of me, because I take care of the house. Like, I'm gonna cook me some eggs. I got, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make this breakfast for almost lunch. I like eating. I'm waiting for 12 so I can make breakfast for lunch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've been eating healthy. I've been getting back on my workout kick. I went to Planet Fitness, and I got me a little awesome, a membership where I can go work out every morning and, go get me some hydro blast from the water, massages, I want to get back into the healthy spirit, because sometimes we can let ourselves go, not knowing that we want to be around. I want to be around for my kids. I want to watch them have kids. I want to be able to, enjoy my money that I'm gonna have, because I'm starting now. My process is now for later. I don't think for now. I think for later. So when I'm speaking on things like Jelani and things that they thought was swept under the bus and left alone, it's me saying, hey, Sandra Bland, George Floyd, and those people, they didn't die in vain. They died for us to see what this world is capable of doing to us.
And Jelani ain't gonna die in vain either, because we need to support Miss Day. Really, we do.
Yeah, and so August 27th, I want us to have the all-white panel. My God told me to stay out of Norm. I'm too gangster for Norm. I ain't gonna even lie, because I'm gonna bring 100 dudes with me. We're gonna scare everybody that we pull up on. They're gonna be calling the police. The SWAT team gonna come out, because the only way I'm gonna move if I bring 100 dudes with me. And I'm not scared, but I just want to bring 100 dudes to let them see my power and let them see, hey, you're not gonna do what you're gonna do to me. You're gonna have to watch 99 other people gonna be watching what you do to me. And then you might not be able to pick me out. I might have 100 dudes in the same clothes that I got. We wearing the same color, same color. You can't pick me out from the line. You don't know who I am. You don't know who Stay Dangerous is, because it's 100 black dudes right here. You don't know none of them. You know what I'm saying? So no, I'm not the one that stick out like a sore thorn when I go somewhere like that. So if I go, it's gonna be with my security, and I want to see, can my police officer buddy go with me? So that way I already have a police officer with me that's representing me. That way if something happens to me through the hands of law enforcement, I got a law enforcement officer right here with me that's gonna be like, hey, shit, y'all ain't gonna do what you're gonna do to him, not this one. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, topic of discussion. I don't want to take over the show. I just want to say this. I'm gonna let y'all have it. But we was discussing this morning that a lot of times, you know, you can't change who you are because somebody else done you a certain way. You know, you got to be who you are. And a lot of times, you know, I found myself saying, you know, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that no more because this one person did it to me. If one person did you dirty, you treat that one person accordingly and still treat everybody else according to who you are. Because when you let one person change who you are, the devil trick just worked on. You know what I'm saying? And it almost worked on me because people been doing me dirty because I'm too good for them. You know, and I feel like when you find yourself saying you're too good for somebody, you got to remove yourself out of the equation. You know, because some people not used to that. Some people just used to bad. And here you come trying to be good, and all you gonna get is bad. And that's the type of stuff I've experienced. You know, but
Purple and Gold said, don't delete your page because it shows you how your most high. Let me see. Bought you. And I was thinking the same thing too. Do not delete your old videos. Stay dangerous. He said, do not delete your old videos. They are proof of how far the Most High has brought you. I agree. I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, Problem Go. Real talk. And I'm not going to delete them. It just said it made me feel that way because of my growth. I always want to grow. I always feel like I never want to be still in the same place because the saying that we ask God, I know you're not going to bring me this far to drop me off here. I've never got dropped off. He never dropped me off. He never forsaken me. He never left me. And any time that I've tried to not be revengeful and put my revenge in, you know, I saw a falling star last night. And I don't know how many people superstitious like me, but when I see a falling star, I make a wish. And my wish was not for money. And I don't care who believe me, but I'm a real individual. So my wish wasn't for money. My wish was for success and to find the killers that did this to Jelani and have justice for his family. And that's what I said. I said it out loud as I was riding. And I know they say don't never tell it, but I told it after I made it. And the wish gonna come true because I feel that the energy that I've said and I felt when I saw that falling star, I was like, you know what? The wish that I'm gonna make, I feel like it's already gonna come true. All it takes is one person. All it takes is one person in Normal, in Bloomington, in Illinois, period, that saw this. And they holding on to something that they really want to let go of. And the only way that you can do that is get it off your chest. I'm gonna say that and I'm gonna back at y'all.
I'm coming, y'all. Okay, sorry. I just made no disrespect, y'all, but my fiance called and it didn't sound too right. So I wanted to make sure he was good. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I'll get you.
But y'all know I never usually pick up the phone unless it's an emergency. So okay, I'm sorry, guys. Shout out to Stay Dangerous. I definitely feel what he was saying though. But I want to get back to what was sent to me about, and I want you to D, I want your opinion on this, right? I'm gonna read it again because all right, so 10 days, okay. Was his body above or underwater? Because 10 days between body being found and when the report of him was missing was made, a weigh-in body floats to the surface after 3 to 4 days. In warm, shallow water, decomposition works quickly, surfaces a corpse in 2 to 3 days. The colder the water, the slower it takes to decay. It takes 1 to 2 weeks for bones to sink in the sea bay after dismembering of the corpse. Dry drowning takes less than an hour, but secondary drowning, which is rare, can take up to 48 hours.
Mm.
So they said they found his body. First of all, who was the witness that told him about the body being there? Second of all, was his body, I told Dave I was on live. Come on now. Was his body found under or right on top? Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, I would like to expound on when WAGL-TV stated that he had on his underwear, socks, and a black sweatshirt tied around his waist. It was like they were trying to humiliate him by saying that, trying to imply something about him, and they should not do that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If you're going to talk facts, talk facts.
Exactly. Gotta keep talking.
And as far as it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot that don't make sense from start to the end. It's just everything about this case makes no sense.
Right.
Because you can tell it was people that were higher up that's being covered up. Information that is detrimental to this case, so it can help his mom get closure, the family get closure, and the whole of Illinois and the world. Because I'm sure it's not just in Illinois they're talking about his case. I'm sure it's all over the world. It's so much going on in the world. I'm sure people are stopping to listen and think like, what the hell?
Right.
What's going on up there? Because there's a lot of shit going on in Chicago. Sorry for my swearing.
It's okay.
It's a lot. It's
Yeah,
a lot.
you was telling me that. I was like, what? She said there's a lot of
Girl,
missing people out there.
it is a lot of missing people.
Wow.
So
Someone
I don't understand what's going on. There's a lot of people missing on the south side, west side, and they're mostly black people, maybe a little bit of brown people.
Right.
Maybe a lot of stuff has not been put out there because they feel they're not going to get attention. But this right here with Jelani, this is attention. We need everybody helping Miss Day. Everybody. If you out there and you listening, please, if you've seen something, say something, which something, please come forward to give her the respect and to give her closure for her son.
Because somebody knows something. A few people know something.
They do. But they covering it up because it's a different type of color person. I'm not prejudiced by no way because I have mixed people in my family. I love everybody. But when you hurt and harm someone's child and then you try to cover it up, you just being disrespectful.
Right, exactly.
Because that's not fair. So I don't know how all this came about, all the hatred, but it makes no sense to me. The things that was done to him, it sounds like it's a hate crime, allegedly. Because who would take the time out to put stuff here, to put stuff there, to make you think this is that and that is this? And it's just a lot of stuff that just don't add up. And as his mom said, make it make sense because it's not making sense to me. And I'm a mother and it ain't making no sense.
Exactly. Exactly.
And anybody that's political that's out there needs to be standing for Miss Day and her family and any other family that lost their child to any mysterious type of deaths, murder, or whatever the case may be. It needs to be told.
There's another thing that you said that made a lot of sense, and Katie says the same thing. The car surrounded by trees, license plate was removed, but no damages to the car. How you had to go all the way downhill to get there to what you had to get to without hitting anything?
Like I say, Parks and Recreation, they patrol the park. Trust me. They know who coming and who going. I went fishing with my husband one time, and we was out at the Des Plaines River fishing. I don't fish, but I just threw the thing in the water. He had his fishing thing. He has a license for it. And out of nowhere, this guy came and he like, do you have a license? I'm like, no, I'm just holding a pole. And I'm like, where was he, up in the tree? Where did he come from?
Wow.
So they own it. When you're in that park, they own it. Trust and believe, they own it.
You know, and that's what I was wondering before, because I didn't really think of it when I first heard about, you know, his car being found there and stuff. Then I found out that's a park recreation area and stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, they got security 24/7, walking around or driving around out of the scooter thing. You know what I mean?
They be in their cars driving in trucks. Park and recreations trucks that has that on their truck. They're not playing. They have the logos on there. So they're patrolling the park. They're making sure there's no garbage there, making sure people ain't doing nothing.
Yep. So for them to wow, walkie-talkie there too. Bullet.
Yeah. And all those questions need to be answered.
Right.
From Parks and Recreation, because when you're going into a place like that, let's say even if it's after hours, there's going to be a lock, like a gate. Do not enter if it's not Parks times. You know, they have a certain time you can come and it closed. Okay, and they're watching. Trust me, they're on ground because that's their job, to patrol the park.
That's true. They do have a certain time, because I remember me being in the park. Oh, this is over 15 years ago. This is when I used to drink and stuff, drinking with this guy I was seeing. We was having our little issues or whatever. So we in there drinking, didn't even realize they didn't close the gates and everything, girl. Had to climb over to get out. So yeah, there's a certain time they close. I was stuck in there almost.
Certain time they close and certain time. Now I have a park across from me that doesn't have the lock there, because they have people that come in there in the park. And then they have the location where the seniors go to work out, and you can walk the park. People walk their dog. They have baseball games there from different schools. So it's open. Right. But trust me, the police is over there. They patrol the area. If they just sitting in the parking lot, they knowing what's going on. Okay.
They sure do. If you're new, welcome. We are talking about Jelani Day, and we are also talking about, which we didn't get to yet, but we soon will, Taniyah Monique, who was 10-month-old, but should be 12 years old now. But we're still talking about Jelani Day. I do want to read the comments in a few. I see y'all. I will read the comments, but I just wanted to get some more things out. I see Marie said, so they said the body was on surface of the water. Okay. So Katie, I hope you've seen that in a comment. If not, I will message that to you later. Now, the coroner's words are from James Bryant. He couldn't identify the body or even the race of the body. No toe tag. That's a red flag. What do you think about that, Dee?
What it is they want to throw us off. And they're doing a good job at it.
Oh, yeah.
Because how do you not get a body and process it right, where there's no toe tag or no name on a body bag, and you holding on to this boy's body?
Right. That's right.
And nobody knows that he's there. So my thing is, did you stop him at a traffic stop and the stop went wrong and they beat him up really bad? And then you doing all this stuff allegedly to cover yourself?
That's what I thought.
Somebody said they saw him on a 55. And then those people who, the guy, Brian Dewey, said that he was driving the truck and his co-worker was with him and the mattress was falling off. So the coworker went to secure it, and miraculously he looked down and there was Jelani's phone. How
Right.
in the hell you know that was Jelani's phone unless you were out looking for it? That don't make sense. Okay, is his name on the phone? Because usually if you find a phone on the ground, it's going to lock and you can't get into it unless you got the password. Because I got one on mine when my phone closed. You go back in it, you have to put in my code in order to get back in my phone. So you allegedly had to been looking for that phone. Because how did you know he was going down at 55? Okay, unless you're the one who threw the phone out there and went back to retrieve it, allegedly. That don't make sense. On the day you just driving and you know on those highways it ain't nothing but garbage, and you just come across a damn cracked phone. Come on now. Make it make sense.
Let's see. Eyeballs were missing from the socket, and some teeth were missing. Jaw was sold. Never has he seen a body look like that bad after an accident of decomposition. Wow.
My thing is when the person do something like that, they're sending a message out.
Right.
See no evil. We got rid of everything so you can't talk. So you just sending out a message to someone to let them know.
Right. Damn.
And the way they did and described that he had a sweatshirt tied around his waist, they know fully well a black man ain't putting no sweatshirt around his waist.
Okay. I thought about that. Yep. That's right. That's right.
And if he had socks on, they had to be dirty if he was walking. So how did they come about all this? Is there any cameras in that area? Yeah, that YMCA across from there, there's cameras.
Yes, Shay, you want to come up? I'm sorry. Go ahead, babe.
There's cameras at that YMCA. Trust me, and it was probably showing across at the park too. When people saying that they don't have footage and their footage is grainy, it's because they effing with the stuff.
Okay. Come on, Shaw Nation. Exactly, D. Exactly. Destructive teeth was gone. He did a bone marrow sample removed from, I can't pronounce that name. FEMUR.
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 Didn't they just do a bone marrow for that? Couldn't they check that marrow?
Couldn't determine cause of death, couldn't determine terms of age, and no skin on the face. Oh, baby.
I don't even know what to say behind it.
I know.
Oh. I know I'm hurt. I'm hurt for his mom and for his family because it's been a long time now. It's going into the second year. And that was somebody's child.
That's right.
And I pray that everybody gives her respect, let them breathe, because this is hard. It's hard for me, and that's not my child, but it's hard to think. I think about Jelani every day. I think about his mom and his family. It's just hard. And I think about the other people who have missing children. That hurts. Because there's somebody out there that's doing some strange things.
Yes. Sickening. Share Nation, I sent you the link, babe. Yes, Shay. You didn't know that? Wow. Yeah, Lakeisha. No skin on the face, babe. Sickening. Damn.
I don't get it.
Pisses me off, man.
Yeah.
Damn, man. Phone claims cannot unlock it, only have software up to the iPhone 11, conduct anything. Found 6 weeks after body was found on I-54 in Bloomington. 23 chats, 17 messages, 6 phone numbers of interest, but nobody's giving information. Hold up. Let me read that again. 20. They say they can't get into the phone, right? Okay. But they
Okay,
found
who's the phone made by?
23 chats, 17 messages, and 6 phone number of interest. But there isn't a problem.
What type of phone did he have? Was it by Verizon?
I believe so.
And they can't let the mom, say, hey, I'm speaking on my son's behalf. He's deceased, and I need to
The
get
phone company
information.
wouldn't even. I interviewed his cousin, and she
Mhm.
said the phone company wouldn't even help.
Because it's bigger than that. That's why they don't want to help.
Exactly. Yep. Verizon iPhone 11. Katie be doing. Look, she just started working on the case, and she be getting into it. Boy, that's my girl.
It's bigger than what we think it is.
You know. How do we truly know whose body that really was identified?
Right.
From the coroner's wall, how do we? From the coroner's words, basically, yeah. How do we truly know whose body it was if they couldn't identify it? Right. Right, D.
Yeah. I want to know, Father Flaker had paid for a second look or a third look forensics guy or investigator to expound on what took place, and he said, well, he don't want to talk about the coroner's report. He wants to go off of what was found on the phone. We need to find the phone. So now that they found the phone, it's like nobody's talking anymore.
Exactly.
Is it a gag order on them not saying anything?
Lakeisha, well, you know what's funny is because one of my subs, remember I told you that she lives down there in Illinois and stuff, and she went to Hell or Beyond and stuff like that. Well, I was on her live. Did I tell you that part?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I told you that
Yeah,
yesterday.
you did.
And we ran into some girls that go there, and she asked them, "Is there a gag order?" And they said, "Not that I know of. Is there a gag order after school?" But the girl just
It has to be one.
the girl just
It has
started
to
going
be.
to the school, so I don't know if she really knew.
It's
But
a gag order
check
there.
this out. Lakeisha said it sounds like he was used like his body part cells for blood steams. I can't see that right. Hold on. Steams. So
You know what? What I
basically
thought.
he was saying, basically kind of like organ,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
When I first heard it, when they said he was missing, and I knew that he had been to see his dad at the hospital.
Right.
I'm not going to say the name.
Right.
But it's some heavy hitters there.
Tell me
and my thought was somebody was there when he got the news that he was a match, and they may have followed him. That was my first thought. Everything was running through my mind.
Right.
Everything was running through my mind to how do you come from Alabama to come from here to go to your university, and as soon as you get there, you report it missing. That don't make sense.
That is very strange.
It don't make sense.
Very strange. Coming up, Cheryl. Okay, she waiting something about her laptop. To take his skin off, it makes you wonder, how did they do that? The doc says.
Girl, people are sinister. You never know what people might do when they covering up for other people.
Very evil. Very evil. Because, I mean, oh, man, I just makes me not want to, I don't know. Damn. You know, I seen stuff like, I mean, I watch a lot of, you know, before I started getting into crime, before I saw Stay Dangerous and stuff. You know, like I said before, when I started YouTube, I wasn't taking it really that. I wanted to take it serious, but I didn't know which niche to go by. So I was just bull crap and doing celebrity gossip. you know, my girl Cardi B and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And and you know, then I started talking about the sex trafficking and all that stuff. A
Mm-hmm.
little something,
Yeah,
something. I had one or
that's
two.
big money. That's big money stuff going on, sex trafficking.
But yeah, I started talking about that a little bit, and how I started talking about how celebrities is underground doing such, you know, trafficking, buying young girls and boys,
Mm-hmm.
and even the
Yeah, you'd
president
be
that we,
surprised.
yeah, even the president that y'all elected, because I sure didn't elect his ass to be the president. But
Which one?
for
Which
real,
one?
right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then I saw Stay Dangerous. And then Miss V did an interview on Stay Dangerous, but Stay Dangerous was doing an interview on Brian Monaco. And that blew my mind. But what I'm saying is, I didn't even think I was going to be doing stuff like this because I see stuff like this on TV. I
Dateline on
watch,
true crime stories. Yeah.
right. 48 Hours, Law
Yeah.
and Order, Criminal Minds. But
Mm-hmm.
when you actually, this is like seeing a family that's telling you, this is what my child went through. This is the report of saying how this handsome, because Jelani was handsome, child, please.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Handsome. Oh, Dave ain't here. Handsome. But very attractive, young, talented, smart black man. And
Yep.
look what they done to him.
Mm-hmm.
I never, ever, ever in my life, and I'm gonna keep it 100, has heard a real life story like this. Never. I've always seen it on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I hear Dave coming up the stairs now. But it's like, whoa, why did they have to do all that?
Because they're covering up.
I know, yeah, I know what you mean. They covering up things, and it's just like there's 666. I get so frustrated and so mad because it could happen to any one of us. Like Stay
Yeah.
Dangerous said, it could be me, you, my husband, Dave. It could be my kids. It could be Shell Nation. It could be Miss V, God forbid. It could be any one of us.
Mm-hmm.
I get
Yeah.
scared when Dave goes to work. When he has to get up at 12:30 at night and be on that goddamn highway 1:30 in the morning to get to work, I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, damn, maybe you know he Puerto Rican light skin, but he looked like a white boy, so they might make him. They might let him go. You know what I'm saying? Like they might, because you
They
know
might spare him.
they might scare him and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But still, I get scared because now hey baby, now you see occasion people they missing too. We all
Yeah.
missing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Sharon Nation shared a story on here before, D. I don't know if you heard her, but I wanna I'm gonna wait till she come up
Oh, okay.
because it almost happened to her.
Wow.
Yeah, they always say how they say go with your instinct. When they say run, run. If you feel
Right.
something ain't right, get the hell up out of there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Do I think justice will follow, Lakeisha? I think I'm loud, right? Sometimes they be like, damn, baby. Look, Dave said he heard me outside.
Uh-uh.
You know, we're talking about Jelani, baby, so you know how I get. Yeah. Hey, baby.
Sorry, Dave.
He good. He just got from work. You going to your appointment later? No. Okay. He said hi, y'all.
Hello. Good morning.
He said good morning. Um, I think that justice will serve Jelani if Carmen get the right people in her corner.
Yeah. She
I
needs
think that
all of us in her corner.
I think Ben Crump needs to don't mess with Ben Crump no more. I'm sorry, Jesse Jackson, stay away also. Because they're not talking about Jelani no more. They got one more. Jesse Jackson did okay, justice for Jelani. Okay, well, bye. He on some other case I seen. Ben Crump too. I think that Carmen needs, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it out loud. And please hear when I tell you this, because Denise has some good news at 3:00. We are gonna be back up here at 3:00 with Denise and Miss Katie. Okay, and Denise got good news. And let me tell you something. Carmen needs Hope Alive 845.
Mm-hmm.
That is a nonprofit organization advocate who goes around helping missing people and children. They have found many. They have found many. They ain't charging you either, but put a little donation because they are nonprofit. So everything they do, you know what I'm saying? They own vehicles. You know, they don't have NYPD helping and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So when Miss Sherry, and I know I'm saying her name wrong, and God, if you listening, please forgive me. But Desiree's mother, Miss V, interviewed her a little while back. I would say a few weeks ago, or probably almost a month. Then she came on my channel, right? She told her story about her daughter being missing for 10 years. Remember that, y'all? She said her daughter was missing for 10 years. They just now found the freaking killer. She thought it was the baby father, the daughter's boyfriend, the whole time because domestic violence, and he had escaped. I mean, not escape. He ditched. He didn't never help search. He just bounced. Right?
Wow.
Police dropped the ball. They didn't really help because you know she's half black. You know what I mean? But you know who helped her? Hope Alive 845 is the one that helped and found him. Find the killer. She came on here and gave that information to Denise. Okay. So what I'm saying is, Miss Carmen, I know they watch my videos because I know that. So what I'm saying is, Miss Carmen or Sev, if you're watching Brooklyn Squad Real Life Drama, Hope Alive 845, I really think that they can really get this case going and they can find some answers that ain't nobody found.
Right.
I believe that. I truly believe that in my heart and in my spirit and in my soul. And I cannot say that enough. I really think those are the people that she needs to go to. And I'm going to send that to her. I'm going to send her that information. I am. I'm going to send her that. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to send her the information in her message or her Facebook or her private message. And that's that. And then I'm gonna reach out to him because I know he got a lot of cases, but he don't stop. He's out 2-3 in the morning. I met up with him personally because he lived by me. Ain't that something? That's how God work. And I'm gonna tell you a little bit about that when Denise comes on at 3:00 with Katie. But very good guy, and he is here for the people because he know the NYPD ain't shit. Excuse my language, but you ain't. Okay. So yes, Lakeisha, baby, I think that if she had the right people on her side, Jelani's case will get solved. And even though there's higher ups messing with 845 Domingo, oh, it will get solved. I'm telling you that. And that's what I'm gonna say for that. I'm gonna let Shell Nation. Well, hey, baby, where'd she go? She said you talk too much. No, I'm just joking. I think it's something going on with her her thing should be back up though. But yeah, man, listen. Yes, that case is still crazy to me. Ain't that so? You know what case I'm talking about? Yup. 10 years of her daughter the killers finally found. And guess what, D?
What?
It wasn't the boyfriend.
Who was it?
It was a whole nother stranger.
Wow. Sometimes people be watching you watch your every move.
Well, what happened? He went to a party and something. It was an old ass behind man. Went to a party. Something went wrong where I guess they knocked him on the floor. Something crazy like that. But he told his friend in the car, Dave. Oh my God. It's okay.
I'm moving in a minute.
Dave loved the neckiness, y'all. He forget, right? But y'all can't see him though. If I would have went like that, y'all could have seen him.
He trying to flash up early this morning.
He be forgetting because he don't do no YouTube and stuff. Dave don't do social media. Dave Google sanitation stuff, and that's about it. That's a wrap.
Oh, okay.
You seen him yesterday, Miss V?
You see me? What you looking for?
probably just your backside, babe. Don't worry, you good. You know we love Dave over here.
Nobody looking at me.
You don't want nobody looking at his culo. You say, "Yep, I was weak." Oh gosh, she made our day because we needed that laugh. We needed that.
Mhm.
We needed
And
that.
how?
It's
Yes.
all right, baby. I'm pretty sure you done scared her anyway. She didn't forgot. Oh God. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Mama.
Hey,
Oh
fam.
God. Hey, Cheryl.
Can y'all
Hey.
hear me? I got really bad
Hey, Mama.
feedback. Hey.
Oh God. Hey, Cheryl.
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear myself.
Feedback.
I'm gonna press mute, and B's gonna press mute, and we're gonna let you take the floor. So I'm gonna press mute, and B's gonna press mute, and we're gonna let you take the floor. So I'm gonna press mute, and B's gonna press mute, and we're gonna let you take
Okay.
the floor.
Yeah, this happened last time. I really cannot wait to get this fixed because I do not know how to work any of this. Yeah, this happened last time. I really cannot wait to get this fixed because I do not know how to work any of this. Yeah, this happened last time. I really cannot wait to get this fixed because I do not know how to work any of this. I'm going to give it a couple seconds so it
Okay.
can stop going.
Okay. Ooh, that sounds like how I had before.
Ooh, child. Okay, I think it stopped.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Hey.
Hey, child. Okay, I think it stopped.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Oh, no, it started up again.
Hey. So I was listening to y'all,
Oh,
and I can't help but to. I can't help but to think that. I was listening to y'all. Hold on, let me let it catch up. I can't help but to think that. Hold on, let me let it catch up. I can't help but to think that. Okay, here we go. So I was listening, and I can't help but to think that law enforcement has a lot to do with some of this because every time something happens with us, it's the same thing over and over again. The cameras don't work. It's just things that should be obvious. It's like, well, okay, if we black now, just don't expect the camera footage to work. Don't expect any of this. And it's like it looks the same every time we see it. So at what point are we gonna realize that it just sounds very sophisticated to me? So at what point it still echoes? Okay, 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix it.
She said exit all your stream stuff and step StreamYard.
Okay, 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix it.
Well, hold on, let me get something real quick. Exit all your stream stuff and step StreamYard.
Okay.
Well, hold on, let me get something real quick. Exit all your stream.
Oh, okay. Can y'all hear me now? Okay.
Okay.
I think we good now. See, that's why I need you, Miss V. That's all I had to do all that time. I'm just ruining everything.
Oh, yay.
Okay. Thank you, Miss V.
Girl, first of all, I had to come up here. Wait, she row up on the panel? What?
Yes.
Welcome to the panel. And I was coming up here to help because that was driving me nuts. Like it does that to everybody though. When you go, are you on your cell phone?
No, I'm on my laptop.
Oh, yep. It do that though. It'll keep streaming. It'll keep YouTube running in the background. It really do it on the cell phones. If you ever on a cell phone and it do it, you just hit the square and take everything out but StreamYard. But that's all I wanted. Now let's get to the story.
I was about to phone a friend real quick, just to I was about to be like, look, Miss V, I know you know. If anybody knows.
Yeah, right?
I told y'all yesterday, I'm like Shanae, I got you. You ain't gotta go nowhere. I'm in the chat listening and working. Mm-hmm. What you eating, Jazz?
Mm-hmm.
Pizza?
Nope, not this time.
Whatever it is, look good. What's that?
A bacon sandwich?
Oh, hell no. I don't eat no meat.
Oh, what is that?
Wendy chicken sandwich.
Oh, the spicy one.
No, just the regular crispy
Oh
one.
my God, I haven't had one in a while. Maybe
Me
I'll go
too.
there.
It's been years, but I want to eat it now because I don't like it when it's cold.
Oh, okay, well get your smash on then.
Mm.
'Cause you smashing, honey.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted Dave to know that I did a screenshot this morning. Oh my God, I was so freaking weak. I'm sorry. I was weak. I
It
was so
was
weak.
so funny. You are the
And then you
cutest.
didn't make it no better.
No, you
You
are
was
the. I was dying laughing because every
Wait, what happened
screenshot,
this morning? I missed it.
Shell Nation, every screenshot that she did, when she was frozen yesterday, it looked like a pretty pose. She just kept posing. Pose. But she would freeze, and it was me. Oh my God, we was cracking up in the chat. It was so funny because it was so cute.
Yeah, they said that I was looking crazy.
On me, I look crazy.
No,
Me
bro.
too.
This is what really happened. Is Dave walked into the room naked, and she had she had her laptop pointed towards the door that he had to walk through, and he came through there. But just tell him I seen it, but it was real blurry. Even when I slowed it down, because I was like, hold on, let me see what was that. So yeah, I just had to. I woke up at like 12:30 this morning. I've been up since then too. I was so weak. I was cracking up. That was my laugh of the day. But okay, let me get off of here. I'm sorry, y'all.
We love you, babe. That shit was funny as hell. That made my day.
Bye.
Bye, babe. Oh God. It's okay, D. Oh, your son called you. All right, go ahead, Shell Nation. Take the floor, babe.
So what I was saying before I messed up this whole stream sound thing, I was just thinking, like, every time something like this happens, it's the same scenario every single time. And when I was on the road not too long ago, and my husband was like, "Hey, I need you to listen to this." And he was watching the show on YouTube. Have you seen? Hold on, I think it's called The Web of Lies. Mm-hmm. Has anybody seen that? Do you remember episode? I think it's episode 4 with the white girl who was in a relationship with the guy who was a part of that racist group. Watch episode 4. I forgot what the name of it is. I'll send it to you, but watch episode 4 because after watching that, a few days later, I ended up hearing the young lady. I think her name is like Harmish, or I gotta look. I ended up hearing the young lady that was on the Breakfast Club, and she was talking about police gangs, and she was just saying about how real they are, and basically it's like a sophisticated ring, and they're all over the country. They got tattoos. They do like these type of initiation things where they have to do certain things, like basically take the life of an unarmed black man.
What?
Things like that. Yeah, you got to listen to it. There's a whole podcast with, and there's a website, a whole podcast. And if you listen to the episode, it makes a lot of sense, but it's also very scary at the same time because I know a lot of people, number one, don't believe it's real, don't want to believe it's real, because if it is, how scary is that? Because it's almost like you don't know who you can trust. But when you look at all the things that happen, it's like after watching that episode, which goes into this group, it's this like secret group. I'll let y'all watch it, but I really want to know what y'all think. But they talk about this secret group and how sophisticated it is. And she shares one part where, because she was in a relationship, just to give you a quick synopsis.
We should play that on here.
Huh?
One day we should have, because my thing's messed up when it comes to playing videos. Miss V maybe could play that for us.
If we can. Can we play that without them trying to take it down? Okay. So she was in a relationship with this guy who was he was racist, and she didn't know how bad it was. And he started making all of these like comments about how he couldn't stand, Jews and people of color or whatever. And he told her that if she was going to continue to associate with them, that basically he didn't want anything to do with her. She was going to burn in hell and all this other stuff. So she didn't think he was serious, but when she realized that he kind of talked her into like becoming like him. So she was so like really into wanting to be in this relationship that she ends up uh, joining this organization, which still exists to this day, by the way. But I can't say the name because they block it on YouTube. But
Okay.
which is another reason that there either is some truth to it, because if it's not true, they don't care, right?
Right.
So, long story short, they were a part of the riot down in, I think, Charlottesville, and they were a part of what happened on January 6th. They all showed up in the mass group. But what they do is they have secret meetings afterwards, and they kind of share their dislike for, Black people and all this other stuff. And the way it was set up, it blew my mind, because I'm like, oh my God, this is real. And when I look at situations like what happened with Jelani Day and Dante Jones, the guy that I just did, he's the young man that you spoke about briefly, I believe, because there's two. There's a Dante Jones Perez and there's a Danye, right?
Right.
So Dante Jones Perez is the one that I just finished doing a segment on, and it's so similar. He was found an hour away from his home. He was in a park. The park was right next to a police station. There was 100, I think, was it 200 cameras in the park? Or sorry, 120 cameras. Too many.
What?
Many to not have caught anything.
What?
Yes.
That many cameras? I didn't know it was that many cameras in there.
Oh, it was a lot. They had, I think I heard somebody who was on the panel last, because she was saying that
D.
Who was it?
D Evans.
D. Oh, okay, yeah. So D was saying about the patrols in the parks. Man, there was patrols in that park. People said they always patrol that park. So I even drove up there, Jasmine. I drove. It's 3.5 hours from my house. I was like, I gotta see this because I don't believe anything. So I drove there just to get an idea of what the park looked like. Right. There was patrols out there when I went. 3-4 times, and because I wanted to like get footage of the park. Every time I started recording, here come a cop car circling around the block. I felt like I was me. I couldn't wait to get out of there. I couldn't wait to leave.
You went with your boyfriend, all right? I hope somebody.
No, actually, I went by myself, but I did go on a daytime. But I decided to drive out there because I'm out here by myself anyway, waiting to move. I was like, let me just go and come back.
Right.
So yeah, I look at that and I'm thinking to myself,
wow,
what motive do they have other than an initiation type thing to keep all this stuff a secret, to not say anything, to cover all this stuff up? It's not like they know, so what motive do they have if there's not something bigger than what we are really understanding?
Oh my God. I had no idea about that.
To me,
you gotta send me that. I'm just gonna write it down because I'm definitely gonna look at that after later on tonight.
I think it's called a web. It's either called a web of make believe or a web of lies. Hold on.
I saw a web of lies. I used to watch that.
Okay.
What's the name of this? It's what? What's chapter? What? They got part 1, 2. You said 4.
It's episode 4 because it's about different things. So it's episode 4. I'll let me look it up real quick.
Wow. I wonder if we could watch it on here. I'm gonna check it out.
Okay, it's called Web of Make Believe.
Oh, Web of Make Believe. I never seen that one. Okay.
Episode 4.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna see that. That is.
I believe that's it. And I'll verify just to make sure it's right, and then I'll send it to you. But I don't know, like, has anybody else like in the chat heard of this thing?
Wow, not me. That's for sure. Oh my goodness. And I remember them saying something about the camera. When she went back, the camera was like a certain angle.
It was turned.
Yep.
Yep. It was turned. Yep. Oh, D. Evans said they do have those people in every state and be the yes, exactly. Exactly. And
They didn't want to show the family the body at first.
that's the thing is like, how can it not be a cover up if number one, you don't want to show the family the body, you keep his phone, but you say the case is closed. What sense does that make? Mm-hmm. So they kept his phone. They said the case was closed. They kept him for 3 days before anybody could see them. When the family went out, first of all, when somebody called 911 that morning at like 6:40. Mind you, the police station is right there. I went there myself. You could step over the fence, Jasmine. That's how close the police station is.
Oh, wow.
Not like you could throw a ball over the fence and hit the police station.
It was that close.
It was that close. And
oh, man.
So to me, it's like that really does sound so strange. Where his car was parked was like, it was kind of far off in the parking lot. And so when they asked, like, well, did the cameras catch anybody going in and out of the park?
Right.
The police were like, no, maybe he came in through the back way. Girl, there is no back way. I drove all around that park. There's one main entrance, and then you can come in through a neighborhood. However, if you come in through a neighborhood that's like across the street, the cameras would still catch it because it still leads to the same entrance.
Gotcha.
Now, there's a back way with a bunch of walking trails, and the road it's not wide enough for 2 cars. It's not even really wide enough for 1 car because it's a walking trail. But in order to come in off of that, you have to literally have been there before. It's not a place that you can, and you'll see because I want to post my footage that I took in part 2.
Let's see your video too.
Yeah, but you can't it's obvious they lied because it doesn't even make sense. And I'm like, it's clear you covered this up.
And didn't the parents say he had bruising on him?
Yeah, they said that he had bruising on his. He had bruising all these places on his body. He had bruising in his groin, on his buttocks, on his arms, on his ribs, but he had no ligature marks on his neck.
Whoa.
So you mean to tell me, because his brother said he only had 1 scratch on the side of his neck, but he had no ligature marks. How do you hang yourself with no marks on your neck?
Wait, say that again. He had bruising
on his ribs, his shoulders. He had a scratch on the side of his neck, his brother said. He had bruising on his arms and his buttocks and groin, but he did not have any ligature marks on his neck.
Oh my God.
So tell me, here's the thing. How come nothing has to make sense when we die? How come nothing has to make medical sense? Nothing has to make logical sense, common sense. Nothing has to make sense. They just want us to believe what they say and just walk away and, just take their word for it. That's unacceptable.
That's right.
It's unacceptable. And it's just like me seeing it for myself. Like somebody called 911. So they say, I think I need them to release that call too. But somebody called 911 at 6:40. The police station is right next door, steps away, yet they didn't come out there until 7:40. At 7:43, they pronounced him dead. Then they opened the park at 10 a.m. so they could have a freaking event.
I heard, oh my God, I heard that. I said, you got to be kidding me.
And it never made the news. So the point is, it seems like this stuff is common. So Jelani Day, his case, so many other cases with the same scenario, it's starting to look cookie cutter to me. So even if Jelani's case is more about somebody being upset and wanted to seek revenge on him because of a girl, right? Even if it was because of that, what it seems like is law enforcement is coming in and either locking it down as far as not putting out the information, and they're having a hand in it for sake of their own underground sophisticated ring or whatever it is they got going. That's what it kind of seems like, because what other reason would they have to hide all of the details and not give us the information that we need.
Wow. Brutal. And our color only?
Right.
I have never heard. I definitely gotta look that stuff. Oh my God. You brought some good stuff over here, Shell. Wow, thank you so much. I've never heard of that.
Let me know what you think, y'all. Yeah, can you, like, Jasmine, when you get a chance, watch it.
I
Go
sure
to
am.
the Breakfast Club and look up, like, type in the Breakfast Club police gangs or whatever, and it should pull it up. But then I just want to know what y'all think about that episode and what this young lady is saying, because now it makes so much sense as to why we can't get anywhere every time something happens to us.
Wait, hold on, Mama. You got to connect your microphone first, babe. Okay, there you go.
I agree with you.
Wow.
Yep, and in the Jelani case, they say they had the dogs out searching. How you have them out searching and you didn't find nothing? But you found that stuff later on the bank, on the East Bank, I think it was, shoes and shorts.
Exactly.
It don't make sense.
I don't believe it.
I don't either. And not for nothing, I don't believe those are his same shorts. Maybe it's just me, but they're totally two different colors.
Yeah, they look like female shorts, and the shoes look like they didn't have no dirt on them. So I don't understand. And to let people walk on the crime scene, they didn't do enough investigation on this one here, because you're allowing people to walk through a crime scene.
Exactly. See, they don't respect us, you know.
Right.
There's no respect for, you know, evidence, crime scene. It's just whatever,
Yeah.
you know, whatever goes. I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
They are so disrespectful, boys. So disrespectful.
And see, that YMCA is not far from the where his car was. So I would like to know what entrance they used to get in and drive that car through there. It had to have been somebody who really knows the park.
Yep, exactly. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
Because even Carmen said it. You have to really know this area.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have to really
and one more thing. Oh, which also brings me back to the point with Dante being 1 hour away. See, Jelani was found far away as well, right? He didn't live in that area. Dante Jones, they're taking us to areas that we don't frequent, you know? They're doing these crimes in areas they're more familiar with, so that they have control. That's what it seems like. And one thing that I think it was you, D, that brought up about like his phone, right? His phone and the calls. To me, what it sounds like is when somebody does something like that, it sounds to me like they know something. Like either they had witnessed something that they either feel guilty about or maybe can't say anything. So, for example, say the girls who decided to, you know, all of a sudden go looking for his clothes. Even the phone situation. It sounds like either they know something, they were there and witnessed something, or whatever it is holding them back because either maybe perhaps, we don't know, you know, they might be scared. Their life may have been threatened too. You just don't know. But what it sounds like is they're trying to throw evidence out like, hey, see over here. But they don't want to open their mouth enough to say it because for whatever reason, they feel like they can't. So they're trying to throw us a bone, but not really.
Yeah, because looking like Jelani stuff was placed everywhere. My goodness. Over there, like, come on now. They think we stupid or something?
Right.
Everywhere. Every piece of clothes placed everywhere. I was like, what? That don't even make sense.
They say his uniform was in his trunk. His blue shirt and trousers was in the trunk of his vehicle. So which one was it? Did he have them on? Did he go home and change and put the shorts on?
Because his mother said that those clothes were at home on the floor. Because that's what he do. When he goes home, he puts his stuff on the floor. She said that at that John Walsh interview.
Yeah, a mother knows their child. I know my child. I can feel when things are going not too good for my kids. You have that feeling.
That instant, yeah.
Yeah, you have that instinct, that strong feeling in your gut that, oh, my baby is going through something today. Let me call him. He calls me all the time. Mama, where you at? Man, I'm outside.
That's how Jelani was with his mother. Carmen said he called me every day. Every
That's
day.
what boys do. That's what they do.
Yeah. And that's what confused me a little bit talking about the clothes issue, because Miss Day said, his clothes were at home on the floor, because that's what he do. But then they say, oh, the clothes were in the trunk. So I'm like, what?
Yeah, which one is it?
Which one is it? Right.
That was a news outlet. Some of them news outlets be reporting different things. And I don't know if they're getting it wrong, but with the coroner's stuff about him being 6'2", 5'10", you shouldn't get that wrong, because you should know who you have.
Exactly.
Right. That's right. That was another thing. They was mentioning that in the Facebook group. Like, how could they even mess that up? You know what I mean? Like, what? Oh my
But
goodness.
you sure that's his body? Come on now. If you don't know his height,
you don't know his height, you know that's him.
Right.
But you know what?
You know that's him because you put him there.
But you know what, D? They did the same thing with Dante Jones. They said, oh, when the mother was like, oh, can I identify him? No, it's him. How you know? Did you give birth to him?
Right.
Girl.
They're going to guarantee her that's her son, but she can't identify him. Are you kidding me? With no DNA, no nothing. All you guys are ID. So you going to tell her that that's really him. Someone you've allegedly never seen before.
Right.
That just makes no sense.
It sure don't.
What Katie said, oh my goodness. Now this makes you want to go, She says, was Cara Booster acquainted with someone that was doing the park security? Now we know what kind of job her husband has.
Highway.
Boom. I didn't even think of that, Katie. God dang it. She just got this case yesterday.
Wow. But why was the walkie-talkie on the ground by his vehicle? Are you leaving there to let somebody know that you know something? Why would it be left there and you didn't come back and retrieve it? Because your fingerprints got to be all over it.
Yeah.
And is anyone at Parks and Recreation missing a walkie-talkie?
Right. Why can't they? Yep. Oh.
But like, the sad part about this, y'all, is understanding the systems and how these systems work, right? What they do. Okay, so I have a friend who's a police officer. And I also have a family member who works for the prison system, okay? Now, this family member explained to me how easy it is to get caught up, especially, like, for example, the guards. The guards get caught up because they want to be liked by the inmates. So the inmate will say, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you bring me a pack of cigarettes? Can you bring me a phone? And, you feeling like, oh, that's nothing. Let me just go slide a phone through real quick. You did a solid and now everybody likes you, right? But that one mistake costs you everything, because now they got you on a hook. You can't say no to anything else. You
indebted to them.
Yes, you're indebted. And once you do one thing, you're done. You're done. And so you either might as well just go ahead and quit your job or what, because that's how they get so many people wrapped up. And it's the same with these law enforcement officers, because my girlfriend said, she was like, what they do is, it doesn't mean you have to do anything wrong, but it's culture, right? So if you wear blue, you're down with blue. So if you say something against one of your fellow officers,
you ain't part of their family.
You ain't part of it. And the crazy thing about it is, she said they'll send you to neighborhoods and they won't send backup, allegedly. We don't hear, and I don't want to, but these are things that I've heard. So understanding how these systems work allows you to understand why people don't talk. Same thing. It's the system in our hoods too. You know what I mean? That's why we don't say anything. It's because a lot of us know, like, you open your mouth about the wrong thing, that's your ass. So you have to understand, it's like, how do we fight against the system when we know it's so sophisticated?
Corrupt.
It's corrupt. Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you, just like that young man, I forgot what state he was in, and they shot him 90 times, real overkill. And if you didn't shoot with that person, he's going to say, well, you're not part of the police family because you could have shot too.
Exactly.
Why you didn't shoot? But why you shot 90 times? Come on now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm walking away from you and you shooting me that many times? Man, when you're a police officer and you do more than 35 years on the force, you need to retire because you've seen too much.
Exactly.
You need to go sit down.
And they do, and they looking. They are and here's the thing, because in the episode I was telling y'all about with the web of make believe, the girl was like in one of their little secret meetings that she didn't know how it was. It was like her first time. And she talked about how everybody was like yelling out racist slurs and they were yelling out the N-word. And she said the main guy, who's like a politician in DC or whatever, she said the main guy he looked at her, and this is the guy that everybody kind of looked to as God in their culture. And she said he looked at her like, and she said when they locked eyes, she knew I better say it too. If she didn't, it would have sent a message that either she was a mole or she was not as committed as she claimed to be.
Why? Because she wouldn't say the N-word?
Yep.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's not meant for us. That's meant for everybody. Anybody can be a nigger.
But
That's how you say it.
Right. No, this was a race. This was a underground. This was on purpose. So this was a secret group, and so they were purposely yelling out these racial slurs. It was for the purpose of it was like an underground convention.
Wow.
So he like she was saying, like he looked at me like, oh, I better join in on this because if she don't say it, then she up in here either getting intel or she's not one of us.
Right.
I see what you're recorded. Right. And they record it. So like if anything ever comes out, they could be like, wait, you was in here too.
Right.
So when y'all wonder why these police officers don't get reprimanded and they get paid time off, that's because they know they've been in on something too. So they know if I reprimand you, you might tell on me. Be down with you. So let me just give you some time to cool off.
Yep. True.
That's a damn shame, boy. I tell you.
Corruption is a mother.
It sure hell is.
It's all about money.
Wow. Whew.
Yep.
Yeah, I said, wow. I'm just like taking in all this stuff because it's good to learn. You know what I mean? Because a lot of stuff, like I'm learning these things. You know, like I had no idea about what Cheryl was saying. Like you had told me a few things I didn't know about. I'm like, wow. You know? Damn. Don't matter how old you are, you can learn from anybody.
It's scary out here, y'all. It's like
we have very much so.
What Stay Dangerous was saying about how we all have to come together is the only way we're gonna really get a hold of this.
Yeah.
It's collectively. We ain't doing nothing by ourselves.
Nope.
Not at all.
That is so true. And like every entity that helped Miss Day, it's like they bagged back. Right. I don't know if it's because they found some information out and they're waiting.
Right. I don't know. It's been really quiet though.
Very.
I hope they found some information out and
Me
they just
too. So they can give her closure.
Yeah.
So her baby can go on and transition right.
Yeah.
Because his soul is not resting. That's how I feel. His soul is not resting.
Yeah, right about
and
that.
I know her heart is so broken.
And you know, like one thing that breaks my heart is how they treat us, like the mothers, right?
Right.
So it's almost like it broke my heart when she said that she had to kind of keep herself composed because she didn't want to be that woman, right? She didn't want to be an angry Black woman. But the way they treat us and the way she was treated, could nobody blame her if she did. But like, the amount of restraint that woman had to have is
God is with her.
Right. Yep. Ain't nobody but God. Because you look at these things and you're like, are you serious? And with Dante Jones' mother, so she had to go to bed every night. For 3 nights, don't even know if her son's really dead or alive. Like, that's inhumane.
Yeah.
That's evil.
And they said that he when he left from his baby mother house, right?
No, it was actually her house, his mom's house.
I mean, yeah, he left from his mother's house for dinner.
Yep.
And he had a little conflict with his baby mother or his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
The kid's mother.
Is that the one they found hanging from the tree?
From
From
the
the
monkey bars.
monkey bars.
Wow. Because there was one hanging from a tree that was in
Yeah.
Illinois, another part of Illinois too.
Yep.
Yeah, I did a story on that one. Yeah. His mother and him actually was Black Panther, right?
Wow.
Black Panther, am I saying it right?
Mm.
Michelle, do you remember that one?
Wait, what
No, I
one
don't
again?
remember that one.
The one who was hanging from the tree. Him and his mother was Black Panther, right?
Oh, I don't
I
Yeah.
don't know that one.
I just know the name, but I didn't follow that case.
Yeah, yeah. I message her sometimes. I send her a lot of videos and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah. She was a movement power, yeah. She was first and then he became it. He became. And she used to get threats and all that stuff. She said she would walk out there in the front of her house with her son, her husband would, reach the car where the white man was sitting at, and they would drive off.
They
So
were
she,
intimidating them.
right,
Wait,
exactly.
was this the one? The tree was in the backyard. Their
Yes,
house.
yes, yeah.
Oh, that one really. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. That one really irritated and pissed me
His
off.
pants
They
was
were
down.
laughing.
His pants was down.
Yes.
Anytime they do stuff like that, they trying to um show the person that they're being disrespected. When
Exactly.
you pulling their pants down and,
Right.
and doing all that foolery.
They're trying to flex their power.
And there
Mm-hmm.
is so much more that I didn't know until I started playing the podcast. I did a video on it that we sat here and we listened to a lot of the podcast and what the cops did. It's done there. Oh my God. You got oh Lord. It's a lot.
What did they do?
We're gonna do part 2 of the podcast. It was just a lot of stuff that a lot of evidence that you could tell was covered up.
Wow.
And when I was listening to the podcast with the squad, because I played it on here, I just couldn't believe like a lot of stuff. I was like, they could like, damn. And it makes me think now what you said about the stuff that they be doing, Shell Nation and Didi, about the like the underground. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which I was talking about that. You got to do this if you want to be a part of this. You know what I mean?
They have a lot of that in Los Angeles called the Banditos.
I never heard.
We need to keep calling them out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because right now, not enough of us see them. Certain people don't want to hear it. They don't want to believe something like this could be true. But if we're going to get to the truth and actually like come up with a solution, you can't ignore that the problem exists. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's discernment too. It's all about discernment as well, because for example, I did an interview with I did a human trafficking video. The girl I talked to told me, I was like, how did you get into this? Like, what happened? Okay.
Right.
And in short, she told me that she didn't think it was anything. She met this guy at the club. He wasn't like extremely older than her. He was her age. And she said that the night that she thought she was going on this date, and I'm going to circle back so that it connects. But she said the night that she decides to go on this date, he picks her up from her house, red flag number 1.
Mm-hmm.
He takes her to what she's thinking is a date. And he pulls in this alley. He tells her to dress up and, look nice. So she's looking cute. He pulls into this alley and basically pulls over and looks at her in her face and is like, all right, I need you to get out and I need you to go like basically F this guy.
What?
He didn't brandish a weapon. He didn't threaten her. He didn't do any of that. But any dude who was bold enough to look you in your face and tell you what you about to go do gotta be crazy.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
And she knew from that moment to fear him. Okay. So my point is, anybody who's willing to put a man on a monkey bar in front of a police station, anybody who is bold enough to do that knows they can get away with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's discernment. So you got to look beyond what you're seeing and understand this thing is sophisticated. These people, this is not your first rodeo. This is not just start. They're very comfortable with what they're doing and they're sending a message.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So correctly, yes.
We got to get on the same page with each other.
Yeah.
And figure out a solution.
Yep, that's
Well,
true.
here's what I believe, that they have formed these groups again, KKK. Every freaking cop that has quit the force has joined in together, and
Mm.
they getting rid of the black men,
Yeah.
as much as they can, because they already feel like they're going to be extinct. Like, I don't, that what they're
Yeah.
saying. They don't make as many babies as us and all of that. I truly believe that that's what's happening. And the people that's involved are law enforcement,
Yep.
because
Mhm.
we got to remember why they were created. They were always created to make black people miserable, catch slave catchers. That's what they
Yeah,
were.
that's the next slave owners. That's what they do.
Yep. And
Wow.
the park that Dante was found at is named after a slave owner.
Mm.
Oh
I thought that was
shoot.
ironic. Yep.
Listen, y'all,
What?
they're finding black men hung on trees way too much. Somebody just sent me a story on a guy that was just hung July 17th, 2022.
Wow.
He
Wow.
was he was followed from a club, they believe. He went to a friend's house and then he caught a flat tire, and they believe he was taken from there, beaten, and guess what? Taken
Hmm.
to his mother's house and hung in her backyard.
Wow.
Whoa.
So they
Yeah.
basically was sending out a message to the mom.
Yeah, and then let's not forget that
Oh,
Jelani, remember they said there was a shirt wrapped around his waist or something?
right. That's
Right.
what we're talking
A
about.
sweatshirt.
Yeah, I mean, putting a skirt on him. That was
Right.
disrespect.
Right.
Taking his penis, that's disrespect.
Yeah.
Yes.
And usually that kind of stuff happen when you look or touch one of their girls.
Yep.
But I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's just happening. And I believe that as law enforcement,
Hmm.
Yeah.
these people that's quitting law enforcement, they are furious that they have to quit.
Mhm.
And a lot of it is behind what they're doing to black folks.
Mm-hmm.
And they
You
did
saw.
just convict
Mhm.
those other cops that had involvement with George Floyd. And
Wow.
Derek Chauvin got what, 20 years, and then in the federal he got like 22 years. The
Good.
other guys got like 48 months and 36 months or something like that.
You could
Wow.
see the evilness in
He said,
Chauvin's eyes when he was on his neck, when his knee was in his neck, he was
Oh yeah.
pressing down on him. You could see just evil.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is it true they knew each other in school or something like that?
Yeah, no, they worked at George Floyd worked at a club, and the female women liked him. So I guess Chevron knew him from there.
Okay, I heard they knew each other. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
George Floyd was a bouncer at the club, and
right.
Chauvin security guard, police or whatever, and they actually
Hmm.
had a run in. They got into it before, allegedly.
Right.
Yep,
I
yep.
heard-
And so they knew each other.
Right. Oh my God. That
So
right.
he had been waiting to let all that out.
Yep.
Hmm.
Oh Lord. Oh Jesus.
But look
Yep,
at the guy
they
that
said that
shot
he was
Laquan
racist.
McDonald.
Mm, mm, mm.
He shot Laquan McDonald 19 times, and he was walking away from him, and he out of jail already.
Yep, he did like 3 years and
Yeah.
right out the door,
Now
because they
here it is,
never
this
wanted
kid walking away from you.
Jason Van Dyke is his name. They never wanted to
Yeah.
convict him in the first place. Lied
Nope.
and said that Laquan was coming towards them with a knife, when in reality he was walking away. That bastard should still be locked up.
Yeah.
Like Keisha said, Ms. V, what state was that in?
Which
That
one?
was in I
With the-
just got
Illinois.
the story.
Laquan McDonald was in Illinois.
No, she's talking
No.
about the guy I'm talking about. I'm thinking it was Dallas because
Oh,
of the
wow.
guy who covered it. But let me see, because I'm
Mhm.
looking at it. He was leaving a club in Weatherford.
Mm. Wow.
Wow. It's a
Hey,
lot of
Shay,
people dying in Dallas and Houston and San Antonio, a lot of black men.
Yep. Houston, especially. Oh my
Yeah.
Hey, CC. I see y'all in here.
This trafficking is out of control.
It is.
It sure is. Oh, Patricia, we didn't get to that yet. That's why I got to do the story of the 10-month-old baby. I might come
And
back.
they didn't rule this guy as a suicide yet. They saying that the autopsy is being performed and a matter of death and cause of death is pending.
Oh wow.
Usually they say,
They
that
say
right
it
away.
was that.
Yeah.
But I think it's a little bit different because they said he was beat up.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm.
He had a water hose tied around his neck, and he was
What?
hanging from a tree with no shoes and socks on. There was no chair or objects found near him where he was hung.
So they helped him up there on that tree and
Of
hung him.
course, like they help everybody else. And then what kills me is when you call and report this, the first thing they want to say is cut them down, cut them down. They do
Well,
no
oh, yeah,
type of investigation.
exactly.
Mm.
You said it.
And the one that I want to say Dante
Taniyah?
Danye, the one who was hung in his mother's backyard in the tree. The cops was laughing at that situation.
That broke my heart because she saw them
You
laughing.
saw them laughing.
Disgusting.
Damn.
We don't mean nothing to them as a race.
Oh.
And they laughing at us for, taking ourselves out at the fast rate that we are.
Yeah.
It's like it's been. I mean, what's up with all these rappers getting shot and killed? Like, what's
Oh,
up with that?
yeah.
Like that, it ain't cool to be a rapper no more. They just that turned into exactly what they wanted, a freaking war. Sitting up here allowing that type of music and stuff. They push it. They support it. Because why? It makes these idiots kill each other. And that's all they want.
And
Yeah.
Makes their job easier. But when you get like this guy, he got a flat tire and some racist folks came through there and did him some harm. They believe he's followed. He could have been, I don't know whose house he went to after the club. It could have been a white girl or something. You don't know. It could have been, you just don't know. I think that is random people. Some of it is random.
Right.
Because it's these organization or whatever, KKK is being formed.
Doing initiation.
It's initiation too. Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Wow.
Just like they used to say, the people who are involved in these gangs, they have them doing initiation to come aboard the gang, and that's how the allegedly the gang police are doing.
Yeah, and it's a scary thing to be too close to that. Like, for example, one of my family members who I said was in law enforcement through the prison system or whatever, got threatened. And it's just one of those things, like, when I heard it, I was like, what do you mean? And the person was like, yeah, one of the inmates put a hit out on me. So, and here's the thing though, there's so much access. You think these inmates don't have access to the outside world? They got everything we got. They got phones, they got internet, they got they have it all. So you really have to maneuver yourself in a way that also keeps you safe at the same time.
Yep. Wow.
I mean, how scary does that have to be to know that somebody wants your life? Probably something petty. You know what I mean? What, you didn't bring up some cigarettes or something? You know,
right?
that means that's crazy. So I don't know. I really think that we need to start pulling together as a community and stop allowing the system they created to play out the way they have designed it to.
Hey, Cece.
Hey, Cece.
Good morning, good afternoon.
How you
It's Papa
feeling?
Sound.
Yesterday you wasn't feeling too good.
I wanted to say one more thing, Cece, before you go. I just wanted to point out that in 2020, and when George Floyd, all of that stuff was going on. Let me see. They said like 45% of the police resigned, and 18% in a 12-month period ending in April. So that is like half of the dang on police department quit during those protests. So who you think they blaming for that?
Oh wow. Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
They didn't just quit and was happy about it. You know, these people's power and authority mean everything to them. That's why they joined the force in the first place, because they was bullied in high school. They got little man syndrome and little D syndrome too, allegedly. And do you think that they didn't all team up to go against us? Because this black folks is what created these protests. I mean, the killing of black people is what created these protests. You got to think about Breonna Taylor. When all of that stuff was going on, we was having protests after protests after protests. And so let me see. A black owner reports that had yep, that's all I wanted to say. Oh, Cece dropped the, or did she?
Oh, she
Somebody
dropped
dropped
it.
Her audio was in and out too, so she
Yeah.
It always is, yeah.
Yeah. I want to get into the 10-month-old baby because I got a appointment at 2:00. It's a, a Zoom
Okay,
appointment.
I'm gonna drop down, y'all, so I can listen.
Okay, Mama. Thank
All right.
you.
Love y'all.
Love y'all. Love you, Bill.
Let me just read this right quick, Jazz.
Go ahead,
It
babe.
says,
Go ahead.
this is where you at. It said in New York, 2,600 officers retired in 2020. According to the police statistics, after 1,509 retirements the year before, in Portland, Oregon, 69 officers resigned, 75 retired from April 2020 to April 2021 versus 27 and 14 the previous year. In Seattle, resignations increased to 123 from 34 and retirements from 96, but it was only 43 before. So these people is pissed that they had to step down from their power. And that's just something we got to keep in mind. This stuff is organized and it's on purpose. And I'm going to get down.
That's a lie. Oh, they mad.
Yes, it is.
They are mad. They big mad, y'all. They big mad. Wow. I had no idea. I'm so grateful for the Brooklyn Squad because, like I said, y'all is teaching me a lot. And it makes me want to even look in more. You know what I'm saying? Like just look further into stuff, you know? So thank you for that. All right. So I have before 2:00. She's probably gonna send me the link before 2:00. So I just want to read this, but it's at home. It's I got a psychiatrist appointment on a Zoom. So, but she said it's gonna be at 2:00, so she's gonna send me the link before 2. So let's just go read this real quick. The missing of what happened to Nyla Leonard. She vanished back in 2002. Her case has never been solved.
If you're looking for a new Hyundai, the best time to reserve yours is now at Soreski Hyundai in Goshen.
I hate commercials. Don't y'all hate commercials?
Financing rates of the year on all your favorite Hyundais: Tucson, Santa Fe,
Now, before I play this real quick, right? And I hate to rush through this, but I'm gonna come back to it again tomorrow probably. But remember when the young lady, right, was on my channel last week and she said her sister was missing in Florida? Her sister dropped off the boyfriend at his best friend's house, and she was missing. Car door open, phone on the floor. Never seen again in Florida. And then she said, "But I have 3 other family members that's been missing." This is one of them.
Kona, Accent, Elantra, Sonata, and more. Plan ahead and
Okay.
order the Hyundai you love now and get a financing rate.
So this is one of them, okay?
New Hyundai comes with 3 years complimentary maintenance. Soreski Hyundai.
I don't know a lot about this. I read it and I was like, what? But I said, I'm going to bring it to y'all and then we're going to talk about it a little bit and then we're going to have to come back tomorrow because I'm coming back at 3:00 today because we had Denise and Miss Kate up here and we're doing the Leo.
There are so many questions about what happened to 11-month-old Taniyah Leonard. The infant was last seen on October 19, 2002 in Bartow. Her mother and father have long held that they don't know what happened.
People have called me murderer, baby killer. And I have kids, that, I promise that we're going to find Taniyah.
Miranda Jones is Taniyah's mother and says she had nothing to do with her disappearance. Jones says she dropped off Taniyah at the infant's father's place. She hasn't seen her since. Taniyah's father has long maintained his innocence. He couldn't be reached for comment. Neither parent has been charged with a crime connected to Taniyah's disappearance.
It's very hard. Just imagine your heart being in the pieces, and you don't know if they're going to call you and say, oh, we found your baby bones or something, That's horrible. Nobody should have to go through that.
Jones tells me she believes her daughter is alive and that she will one day be reunited with her family.
I mean, the time is now. She's an adult now. She's 20 years old today. Give me and my family, some type of closure, something. Begging anyone that knows anything. I have little kids that are waiting to meet their sister or know something. My babies, I've promised them, and as a mother, I'm going to make sure that, I give them what I promised, and that's to find their sister.
Now, let me read you this. What happened? Oh, I don't know why I did that, y'all. But that was like 2 minutes later, and it would have been the ending of it anyway. I thought they was going to play the whole thing or something. But let me just read this to you. Balto, Florida. There are so many questions about what happened to 11-month-old Taniyah Leonard. Okay. The infant was last seen on October 19, 2002 in Balto, Florida. Her mother and father have long held that they don't know what happened to her. People have called me a murderer, baby killer. I have kids. I promise that we're going to find Taniyah, said her mother, Miranda Jones. That is not okay. Wait a minute, because the one I saw. Okay, hold on, y'all. I wanna. This is not it. Okay, this is it, but no, I don't want to read that part. There was another one that I seen. Here it is. Okay. Taniyah's mother, Miranda Jones, claims she last saw the child when she dropped her off at her boyfriend Michael Lewis's apartment at Azalea Gardens complex on Garfield Avenue in Baltimore, Florida at 10:30 p.m. on October 19th, 2002. So he could babysit while Jones went out with her friends. Both Lewis and Jones are posted. Photos of both Lewis and Jones are posted with this case summary. Lewis claims that Jones picked up Taniyah at 8:30 or 9 o'clock a.m. the next day, and he has not seen the baby since. However, Jones claimed she has not seen Taniyah since October 19th. On October 20th, Jones called the police to report a physical altercation between herself and Lewis. She says she went to Lewis's apartment on the evening of October 19th to get Taniyah, and he told her the baby was at his friend's home. So Jones went to the friend's home and found out it was vacant. So she returned and confronted Lewis. Lewis allegedly threatened her, kicked her, knocked several of her teeth out. Lewis claimed Jones attacked him with a kitchen knife, cutting his hands, and he hit her in self-defense. Blood was found in the apartment, and investigators took photographs of the wound on Lewis's hands. Police say it's possible that Taniyah is being used as a pawn in a domestic dispute between her parents. In a press interview in 2006, Jones stated she believed Taniyah was alive and in the care of Lewis family members. She said, There was a dispute over identity of Taniyah's biological father. A paternity test has been scheduled for sometimes after the baby disappearance. Jones tested she believed Lewis took Taniyah and hid her because he was afraid he would lose access to her if it turned out she was not his daughter. Taniyah is considered to be endangered. There is no physical evidence to identify that she is dead, and some investigators believe she may still be alive. However, Jones and Lewis, who continue to date each other occasionally, had another baby together. And years after Taniyah vanished, the Florida Department of Child Family Social Service terminated their rights toward its infants. The DFC court petition stated Taniyah was injured in a confrontation between her parents and presumed deceased. Jones and Lewis' second child has since been adopted by another family. Lewis has been arrested at least 6 times since Taniyah disappeared, mainly on charges related to dispute with Jones, domestic dispute. Investigators believe that Lewis and Jones is responsible for Taniyah's disappearance and probably death, but they cannot pursue with charges against either of them due to lack of evidence and due to 2 suspect conflict stories. Prosecutors offer both of them immunity from any charges if they will return Taniyah alive, but neither Lewis or Jones accepted that offer. Each has implicated the other in the baby's disappearance, but no corroboration can be found other than visions of events. Taniyah's case remains unsolved. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I definitely want to look into this some more. I wish I didn't have that appointment because I would stay on here until 2:45 and then bring Denise and them up, but I can't. This is my second time scheduled. But anyway, so the lady that I interviewed about her sister missing, this is her family members. Okay? And she tells me earlier that this is Saya Taylor, my sister. Johnny goes not to me. It's her cousin. So that would have been her little baby cousin. Okay. And her brother-in-law is missing as well. So we have the baby cousin, which is the one that I just read, who was 10-month old. She should have been 12. She should be 12 by now. We talked about Saya Taylor. That was her sister that's missing. Okay. And we're going to talk about her brother-in-law. Wow. Wow. So she says Taniyah, the little baby, her mother is her cousin. We got to get more into this, guys. This is sad. Any case is sad. This little baby is missing. She's 12 years old now. This happened in 2002. The mother said, I want to go hang out with my friends. I'm going to drop her off at her father's house. But wasn't really sure that's the dad because they had a parental test done to see if another guy was the father. Okay. Could he be that mad then? Because that's what basically she's saying. But anyway, she dropped him off there. She dropped the little girl off and came back. And the father said, oh, I dropped her off at a family member's house. But when she goes to the family member's house, allegedly, it's an abandoned building, an abandoned apartment. What? So she goes back to him and she confronts him. They get into an altercation. He knocks her out, kicks her, knocks her teeth out her mouth. They start fighting, and the cops are called. But then he tells the cops she's lying. There's no way. This chick came and got her kid, came to get the baby the next morning around 8 or 9 o'clock. I haven't seen a baby since. So which one is it? But they both continue to still date and have babies. Something's not right. Yes, Lakeisha, this is the baby from the family missing the 3 people. Yup. Yep. You said she would have been 20 now? Oh, wow. 2002, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Why did I get 12? Because the article said 12, unless I was bugging, unless I misunderstood what they said. Okay. I got to go back and look at that. Let me see. Let me see. Unless this article that she gave me is a little older, I think it is. Yeah, because they're saying Taniyah age 5 months, Taniyah age 11 months, and about the time she disappeared, age progresses to age 12. I'm just going to show you. That must have been the father back then, and that was the mother back then. It's something off because it's clear as one of these parents or both, in my opinion. I agree. Why does she continue to date him? Exactly. I don't get that either, Cheryl. I don't get that. That's why we got to dig into this a lot more, actually. And the age thing is kind of throwing me off. Unless this, okay, I see. Mrs. since 2002, October 19th. Her date of birth is 11/16/2001. Wow. She was 11 months old. Damn. Pierced ears, light colored birthmark on her right leg, and her nickname is Nina. My thing is this: you drop the baby off at his father's house at 10:30 at night. That's pretty late to want to go hang out with your friends. And she is a new baby. And please, I know the family is gonna watch, but listen, on Brooklyn Squad, we just tell our opinion, allegedly, and how we feel. And I'm pretty sure they heard way more from other people. So, but we send prayers, of course. You know what I mean? Because we really don't know what happened. I have not heard from Elias' mother or anything yet. Maybe that's something that can happen, but we're just reading for what the article says. And what the article is telling me is that you drop this young baby off, this 10-month-old baby off at 10:30 at night to go hang out with your friends. Well, that means that the mother must have been really young, probably, allegedly, when she had her. She wanted to go hang out. I get that. I was very young when I had my daughter Alexis, but at 10:30 at night, that's just too late to go hang out with your friends. I mean, I'm not here judging, but listen, we are sending prayers out, and we hope that no matter how many years it's been, that she will get found. Okay, we hope, but we all have an opinion, and it's okay to say your opinion. On this channel, you can say your opinion. Okay, nobody gets blocked for it. All right, so let me see if this lady messaged me yet, because she might have did. I think I see it too. Sometimes they say they're gonna email you, and then okay, we don't mean no disrespect in this room. We just like honest and transparent conversations, right? Hopefully they understand that we are on the victim side at all times up in here. Shell Nation. Exactly. Lakeisha, I was a young mother as well. My son made 20 yesterday. Oh, tell your son, Brooklyn Squad over here, we said happy birthday. Exactly. Right. I was a young mother too. Shoot. Man, listen. I used to go out, smoke my little weed and drink and everything. Be like, listen, watch Alexis for a little while. Yes, sir, definitely. Oh yeah, no disrespect. Thank you, Chef, for saying that. That's the thing. Like, we just like honest talking over here about our opinions. Everybody has their own opinion, you know. And I'm not downplaying nobody, but she was a young mother. I was a young mother too. So, but I don't know exactly. Is that exactly what happened? Because once again, it's not. We don't know if that statement came out of her mouth, because you know how the media twist things up. You know what I'm saying? You could say one thing and the media would say, "Oh well, da 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 da." Like, you never know. So that's why it's a lot of times I like to hear it from the person's the person's family, because they would know. So I'm gonna talk to her about this week. There's so much stuff I got going on with cases and stuff, but hopefully I could get talk to her this week about it, because I know she wants to see the video. I was caught off guard with the violence. Keisha. Girl, I know how it is. Trust when I tell you. I was 17. And the kind of the kind of place I came from, foster care. So I had no idea how to raise no child. I didn't know. You know what I mean? I came from the foster system and stuff, beat, raped, abused, all that type of stuff. So when it came to trying to raise a child, I was like, "What? How you do this?" So I definitely wasn't no good role model of a parent. I was out drinking, smoking weed, and running with the boys over here. Thank God that I did have a person that would always watch my oldest daughter. And to this day, my daughter is still with her, because she is like a grandmother to that's all my daughter knows. She is a grandmother to my daughter. You know what I mean? But I held 2 or 3 jobs when I did stay with them, and I did the best that I could, because I didn't know how to be no parent. You know what I mean? I'm just messaging this caseworker, well, therapist, y'all. Shit, I decided to go back and see a therapy. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think I need help with no therapy, to be honest with you. But when I'm dealing with cases and I can't sleep, and I wake up thinking about a Jelani day, like I did this morning, I think I need to see a therapist. And I'm being real with you. I woke up this morning around 2 or 3 this morning, and Jelani Day was on my mind for some reason. Jelani, and I'm not lying to you either. And I said to myself, I'll be talking about a lot of cases, and I hear a lot of other cases. Even when I go to Miss V's channel, I hear different cases and stuff like that. But for some reason, Jelani Day is the only one, him and Aaliyah is the only one that I wake up thinking about a lot. And I'm no disrespect to any other family, but for some reason, those are the two cases. Like I woke up this morning and I was thinking about Jelani. And then I was thinking about Miss Denise because she was on a, well, I'm gonna let her tell you about that. But I was thinking about those two for some reason, like, wow. Mm. I do care. I know you too. You too, Cheryl. Wow, ain't that something? Mm. You know what? It just came to my mind. First of all, I want to say I got 21 people. Thank you, everybody. Okay, everybody for joining, and I better have 21 thumbs up. Okay. I better. Thank you, Shay Shay. Really, Lakeisha? With Daniel, huh? How's that case going? Oh, we gotta talk, y'all. We need to talk about Daniel Robinson more. I haven't done a story on Daniel. I think one time, a very short one. But I know that Cheryl story right there. That Cheryl baby right there. Daniel case. Thank you, Cheryl Nation. You too, Mama. Wow, y'all too, huh? You know what would be good? If one day I have a group meeting somewhere, even if it's on Facebook or even StreamYard, with just creators, just YouTuber creators, and we talk about this stuff. It just came to my mind to do something like that. I don't know. We're just YouTuber creators and we just talk about this stuff because who can, I mean, for me, I don't really have nobody to talk to about cases. Dave, yeah, but he don't, you know what I mean? I said, go to freaking therapist. Look at me. I'm over here. Look, she just texted me back. I send you the Zoom link to your email. All right, y'all. I will leave y'all on here. Y'all can stand for yourself. But Miss V gonna get me if I do that. Why you left them on there like that, girl? So I have to get off of here, y'all. Cause she just said, I just sent you. Oh, I don't really want to get off. Damn, this is a good live, man. I know people be like, your lives are forever. Look, she just sent me the link. Somebody want to take over for me? Come down here, take over. Look, I don't care. I'm not like no other creator. I do what I want to do on my channel. Look. Oh boy. Anybody want to come down and take over for a few minutes for me? Where you at, Miss V? Because I don't want to get off. She says she sent the link, but where is it? All right, I'm just going to press this little link. Okay. I know, right? Don't she know we busy? Miss V said, I'm sorry, I'm working. Let me go, y'all. Shit. I know, right? Damn. I don't want to go. Shell, come down here. So listen, we're coming back at 3 o'clock. We got Miss Denise in the building, and we also got Miss, your name. Please enter your name. We got Miss Katie. Kate, I mean. Okay? I love y'all. I see y'all at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. Be here. Be here or be square. Join with video. Oh, I didn't even have to copy a link or nothing, y'all. Y'all want to stay here in my session? Y'all might as well. I'm already on it. I'm on live. Can you hear me? You can't hear me. Hold on. Oh, join auto. Okay. Can you hear me? There we go. Hi. Y'all, I'm on live. Let me let them go and then we okay. All right. I love you. Huh? No problem. Yeah. Okay. I love y'all, Brooklyn Squad. We be here at 3 o'clock. All right. All right. See you in an hour. Bye.